What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday. Uh, hope you are in the best of health. We are all lucky and blessed to wake up to be here another day on this earth. Wishing you the best for not only yourselves but your loved ones, friends, family, everybody. Don't take life for granted. Things are too short these days, so definitely get yourself checked if you have anything to look into, and if you don't think you got something to look into, go get that checked too. So, and don't be afraid to tell somebody you got something going on, because that's the worst thing of having to deal with a bunch of stuff on your own and not letting anybody know that you are going through something. So, that being said, once again, happy Saturday. Let's see what we got going on today. Currently 82 degrees, going up to a high of 84. Not too bad. Partly cloudy. Looks like some rain showers later today in the evening around 6, somewhere between 6 and 8 p.m. So that kind of stinks. But it is what it is. Humidity right now is 56%, so it's not terrible, but I'm sure that's going to increase later when the rain comes in. So, but yeah, it's not too bad. The weather's been pretty nice. Yesterday was beautiful, and today is going to be okay, not too bad. Tomorrow's going to get a little hot, 91. Monday, 91 and partly cloudy. Then Monday, 87, sunny. Tuesday, 82, sunny. Wednesday, 84, sunny. And then Thursday, 90, sunny. And Friday, 99 and sunny. So there's that. Anyway, you know what it is. I got my morning cup of Joe or Joanne. You know, pinky up. This time we went with we didn't go with French vanilla creamer. We went with the vanilla bean creamer. It's more concentrated, more vanilla. But you can actually taste it. Not too bad. It's okay. Anyway, hope everybody is doing well. Let's see. So, um, you know, the Knicks got some decisions to make. We're going to talk about it. They have to make their choices as to what they're going to do with this final roster spot, or the final two roster spots. They still have to figure out what they're going to do with this last vet minimum, and I believe they have a rookie exception, second round exception that they can use. So they got to figure out who they're going to give that to. And then they also got to figure out who they're going to give their two-way contracts to, because as you guys know, the two-way contracts don't carry over. Every year you have to pick a new set of two ways, and the Knicks have three, so they have to figure out who those three go to. Um, Let's see, and then we also found out that there's going to be another summer league game today. It's a consolation game. That's the word I was looking for. It's a consolation game. So the Knicks will be playing today at 3:30. Shoot, forgot. I think I had it up, but I don't know. I may have closed it out. Let me see if I. Versus the Wizards. Yeah, at 3:30 versus the Wizards. So, hey, one more game to see our young Knick players out there, and we'll see. Maybe it's another chance for some guys to showcase themselves a little bit. I do expect more people that we haven't really got a lot of time to see, probably playing this game. So, you know, It is what it is. We'll see. We'll see how competitive it is because I think, everybody is going to play. The guys who especially didn't get a lot of time. I mean, it's a consolation game, so I would expect them to get a little bit more burn. So we'll see. Anyway, um, outside of that, you still got Nick rumors. This Giannis thing is hanging over our heads. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, guys. Who wouldn't want Giannis on their team? And I'm not saying I don't want Giannis here. I just don't want the circus. I don't want the. It, we find ourselves back in a situation again where now he's dictating, and you know, not. I don't think that's his. It's not. He's not doing it on purpose, but he's kind of dictating our movements, right? Because the media is reporting that the Knicks might be holding off on extending Mikal Bridges because they want to see what's going on with Giannis. They want to be able to offer up a trade package for Giannis without limiting themselves even more. Because once they lock in Mikal financially, that changes things, and it also could affect trade parameters of how things line up. So they're really just trying to stay as flexible as possible before anything like that could happen, because they do feel like Giannis is still back and forth. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Listen, I don't know, guys. I just know that Giannis, Dame Lillard, uh, who else? Donovan Mitchell. These guys are different. They're a little bit more loyal than other NBA players. And I just don't know about Giannis, man. I think this is kind of fool's gold. I think if somehow Milwaukee would be able to get one more star and throw him on their team, I don't think Giannis is going anywhere. So I don't know. I don't know about Giannis. I think that it's definitely a situation where he's holding a lot of teams hostage right now with his thoughts. Um, and I really just don't know if he's the type to say, I want to get traded, but I also want to get traded here. And that's the only way it benefits the Knicks. And I don't think he's going to do that because, I mean, yes, the Knicks look like a very attractive destination for Giannis, but he also is in a situation where he doesn't have a no trade clause. So Milwaukee could just say no. Just like what happened with um Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler wanted to go to Phoenix. No. Miami sent him to Golden State. It's whatever works for the team. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I do know that the Knicks have to do this, because if they don't, then Knicks fans are going to go crazy with Giannis out there, and then the whole thing about Mikal and the 5 picks. And so the Knicks have to save face and like be available to make a trade for Giannis. Even if they don't get him, they got to put a fight. They got to put up a fight. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think that at some point, if you're trying to win a championship, you don't play games, right? You do what you got to do. You lock down your team and you go out there and get it. You don't need distractions or anything holding over your team. You need them to go out there and focus on winning. It's not easy to win a championship. It takes a lot of focus, a lot of preparation. And so I just think that the Knicks at some point are going to have to say, listen, let's let it go. At some point. I'm not saying now because it's very early, but at some point, they're going to have to say, listen, if we want to win, we can't be, playing games and worrying about this. We're trying to win now. Giannis might never go anywhere. So yeah, that's the type of things that are going on and in the rumor mill and all this stuff. And then, you know, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a waste. And then the LeBron saga. I'm so glad. I will tell you this. I am very glad that the Knicks do not want to invest their time in the LeBron saga. Just put an end to it right away, dead it, and let's move on, because that's another thing that could drag this team down. And I'm glad that they said, you know what, now we're not worried about you. Good for them. Good for them. Um, hmm. So let's see. Let me get to the chat, see what you guys are talking about. And then we'll open it up and do the panel thing. You know how we do. Um, hmm. Shout out to Walter Blackman. Good to see you, Walter, as always. Good morning, Ron, and my Knicks family. Salute to you, my guy. Crim's dad is in the building. Member of the SKF Army. Salute. He said, trade Kolek for an assistant coach. Okay, Crim's dad. Nick Nation, GM, salute. Good morning, salute. Sorry. What's going on, Nick Nation? Appreciate you. Roberto Torres in the building said the move is to trade Kolek for a second round pick and sign Brogdan. That's one move. The other move could be to sign Landry Shamet and make Kolek the backup point guard. I'm just saying that's another way. But I do think that if the Knicks decide to bring in a backup point guard like Brogdan, I think that Kolek is probably going to get traded. I do feel that because there's only so long you're going to keep a guy on the shelf. You're talking about he's behind Jalen Brunson. He's behind Brogdon if you brought him in, and even to some extent he could be behind Deuce. Now, if Tibbs was here, he would be behind Deuce, right? But this is Mike Brown's team, so Mike Brown might take a liking to Kolek. We'll see. I don't know, but I do feel like if they go out and feel like they need to bring in another backup point guard like a Brogdon, then I feel like they'll definitely look to possibly trade Kolek because Kolek is still a very, I mean, some people may not feel that way, but I'm telling you, Kolek is a valuable chip. He's not super valuable, but he's valuable, and it doesn't make sense to keep holding on to an asset if you can use him to make your team better in the long run. However, just because Kolek can get traded doesn't mean they're just going to trade him because you also got to figure out, well, what can you trade him for that can help the team? The Knicks got a lot of questions. They got some young players that still fighting for spots. And then, I mean, how many players are you going to trade for? Like, how many players do you want to add to the team when you got other guys that are on the bench that are probably not going to play because there's no room for them? Remember, bringing in Brogdon takes the rotation to a 10-man rotation. Like, who are you trading for? Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, you could be trading for, I get it, injuries can happen, different things can happen. So you want to have, somebody who you can rely on just in case, a player goes down and you need a little extra help. Maybe there's some depth issues. Maybe there's still some question marks in the big category, like with the power forward center action. That could be true. So, I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't really know. None of us know what the organization is thinking as far as what they value and what they think they're going to need going forward this next NBA season under Mike Brown. We'll see. We'll see. But I definitely do think that there's a strong possibility that if they bring in Brogdon or any other backup point guard of that, of that ilk, Kolek could get traded because it just doesn't make sense to continue to have this guy on the team another year. He's 24 years old or whatever. One, all you're going to do is you can see with him not playing last year how it started to degrade his talent. Not that he's not the same player. He could still be the same player with reps. These guys need to play. So another year sitting on the bench, pretty much. I don't think that helps Kolek. So I don't know. I could see the Knicks trying to move him if they decide to go that route. I personally think, and I think that the Knicks should think about bringing back Landry Shamet because I think they need a shooter. And I also think that Landry Shamet is someone who works on the defensive side. He may not be the defense like and I've said this before. It's not a knock on him. His defensive action may not be as productive as it looks. Right? He's very active on defense, but even though he's active, he doesn't always stop people. You know what I mean? He's in their face, he's doing things, but sometimes they still score on him. But he's very active. And in some cases, when he's locked in, he does make a difference. We got to see it in the playoffs. When he was playing, he was giving Halliburton some problems. Yeah, he actually looked like he was making a difference during those times. So I wouldn't mind bringing Landry Shamet back for those purposes. He's not just just one dimensional. All he does is shoot threes and he doesn't do anything else. He does play decent defense. So Shamet, to me, is the best option they have for a knockdown shooter. I talked about it on last week's show, or was it 2 weeks ago? I said, we went into this past year's season trying to get a little bit more offensive, not necessarily changing our identity, but we wanted to be more offensive. We wanted to try 5 out, right? Having all these different people out there on the court that can knock down threes. But what did we notice in the end? All of our 3-point shooters on the team all had negative years. Everybody's shooting went down. Jalen Brunson's shooting went down from 40% to 38, right? Karl Anthony Towns was the only one that kind of remained right where he was. He still finished around 40%, I believe, or 40. I think he was at 41 most of the year, but I think he finished around 40. But whatever, he was fine, right? But everybody else went down. Brunson went down to around 38. OG went down to I think 37, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Listen, but he did go down. So Mikal Bridges went down to 35. Deuce McBride went down. So the only one who actually started down and went up throughout the season was Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet finished around 38, 39. And he was like really low from the shoulder surgery and missing a lot of shots early without getting the reps. And then he had a great month and a half of the ending of the season to bring his numbers up. To me, he's the knockdown shooter we need to add to this team because he still has it. So you bring him in, you got somebody that can help score points off the bench and play defense. You're talking about a bench lineup of Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, Landry Shamet. You can interchange and put Kolek in there, right? But at least Kolek gets a shot to play, right? And then you still got whatever you decide, whether Yabusele going to start or Yabusele comes off the bench, whether Mitchell Robinson's going to start or he's going to come off the bench, whatever. You got things to play around with. And you got some guys at least that can put some points on the board. That's the problem that we had last time. We just couldn't score. And, I know we had Shamet on the team and we weren't scoring, but think about how Tibbs was using Shamet as well. So I just think that we need somebody like a Shamet to knock down threes. I think that's worth not going after Brogdan. And then we still have somebody in Tyler Kolek that we could use off the bench rather than just deciding we're going to trade a guy. And then, because I'm going to tell you this right now, y'all may not agree. I'm telling you right now, you trade Tyler Kolek to another team where he can actually play. And you're going to be like, all the Knicks fans are going to be like, you see this? They traded another guy who could have been playing for us. And everybody's going to, half the fan base is going to be split. Like, why did we trade him? Just saying. Now, I get it. There's not a lot of room for him to play here anyway. But I'm just saying, you at least want to try a guy out. It's not nothing worse than getting an asset and never using the asset or underutilizing the asset and then watching the asset flourish somewhere else. Nothing worse. But whatever. That's just my thoughts on it. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay. Let me see where else we're at. What do look at Crim's dad. Trade Kolek for anything. I mean, really? Come on, man. You know these guys are players that are on a different level. You know, we looking at moments where guys struggle, but I like to point to the fact that every NBA player can have their moments where they struggle when they don't get the proper time and the proper usage. You know, Tibbs didn't really want to use uh, Evan Fournier, right? After Evan Fournier basically had the best shooting year in history for 3-point shooters for the Knicks, and he basically just had him on the bench like if he couldn't do anything. We had games where we lost leads and couldn't score. Our starters didn't have enough to get us over the hump. The bench didn't have enough shooting, and Evan Fournier was sitting there, and he chose not to play him. And you know that Evan Fournier could have still helped the team. And then when you put him in, you don't see the results you want. I mean, you haven't played me all season. You put me in a game, give me 5 minutes. You expect me to light it up? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Just give these guys a real shot to go out there and play some consistent minutes, and then we can write them off. That's my whole thing. If you give the guys the consistent minutes, and then you don't see what you expect to see, then you could say, let's trade him or get rid of him. He's not what I thought. That's how I felt about, people might be like, you tripping now, but that's how I felt about Quentin Grimes. At a certain point, when Quentin Grimes was asked, or not asked, I don't know if he was asked, when we needed him to step up, he was horrible, like inconsistent scoring. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's because of the fact that there were so many other people that were ahead of him on the pecking order, and by the time he got his shots in the different areas, he just couldn't get a good flow going. I don't know what it is, but being behind a bunch of different options didn't seem to work well for Quentin Grimes. And you guys seen, as soon as he goes somewhere else, goes to Dallas, guys get hurt, and he's the number 2 option, he scores. Then he goes to Philadelphia. Everybody gets hurt. He's the number 1 option. He scores. But when he was the number 3, 4, or 5 option, he wasn't doing much. So, and I don't even want to say number 3, maybe number 4 or 5. But yeah, he wasn't doing much in those cases. And I think maybe that has to do with, certain guys need to be used. You need the usage. You need the reps. You need to get up multiple shots. So, yeah. So shout out to Quentin Grimes, man. He's definitely turned it around, but it's not like he couldn't play. It's just that he's in a very favorable situation. He was in very favorable situations that allowed him to be used and get those reps up. So, all right, let me move on. L, damn it, in the building. Pew, pew. That's right. Pew, 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 pew. What's going on, L? Good to see you. A leader of the SKF Army. A leader, I say. Appreciate you, Al. Shout out to Nostalgic Nick. Said Ron G. Salute. What up, Nostalgic? My 2 cents is in the building. Says salute, Ron. Sorry about the rough stretch. Hang in there. Thank you, man. Thank you to everybody once again for all the well wishes. Life happens. I'm realizing it more and more. I'm still not used to it because, listen, as we get older, we have to face different things. There's certain things that in life that you're going to notice. One, the first thing you get as you get older is that your eyes are still, for the most part, if you can see well, are still younger than your mind and your body, right? You still see things the same way. And everything looks, if you can see things and it looks beautiful, it looks the same, but you're older now. Everything's different. So that's one of the first things you got to face. And now I'm realizing the next thing I got to face is that as I'm getting older, people who I grew up with are starting to go. And it's the circle of life, but it still is not easy to get used to. And I don't think I ever want to get used to it. I just have to deal with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to see people that I grew up with go and have to continue to watch, my peoples. It's a shame, but it is life. So it's terrible though. It sucks. So my 2 cents says, for some reason, I think Leon's going for Simmons Team needs switchable defenders and his ability to guard 1 through 5. If he adds ball handling and playmaking depth behind Brunson, he gets a Bridges reunion. Yeah, well, I mean, that would have been the case for him, but I think for whatever reason, I think the Knicks are out on Ben Simmons, man. I think recently they are not looking at him anymore. They're looking elsewhere. Maybe it's because they have other guys that they feel like if they need that type of, not someone who's going to be Ben Simmons per se, but if they need a bigger type player, maybe they're looking at themselves and saying, we got a Dottier, we got a McCullers, we got a Diawara who we might, bring on the team. And they're saying what we really need instead is another ball handler that's a guard that can play defense. Which is why I guess the Malcolm Brogdon name is coming up. Maybe that's what. Maybe they've switched their thought process on it. Chris Connor's in the building. Shout out to you. They're going to give that vet minimum deal to Marjon Beauchamp, rookie deal to Diawara, two-way deals to Dinkpate, James Najee, and Kevin McCullough Jr. I could see that. Everything you said is definitely a way that they could go. Yeah, I mean, I actually think everything else you said, the second half of it is going to happen no matter what. I think the rookie deal is going to go to Diawara. I think the two-way deals are going to go to Dinkpate, James Najee, and Kevin McCullough Jr. But I'm just not sure about Beauchamp. Beauchamp, they're going to have to make a decision. And I think the decision is going to come down to, like, do you want Beauchamp or do you need Brogdon? Or do you need Shamet? Because Shamet is still out there for them, apparently. So that's what it. So that it makes it tougher for Beauchamp because now he's going up against, vet players. So yeah, but I agree. Everything else I agree with. I just think the Marjon Beauchamp thing, it's going to come down to a need. And the thing about Beauchamp is I'm still, guys, he did drop 28 his last game. He looked good. And the game before that, he played well. I think he's actually played pretty well 3 out of the 4 games. But remember, is he somebody who is necessarily shooting at a high clip as far as efficiency? Not really. And then the other thing is he doesn't really play defense. So for a team that has certain needs, does he address the needs at a level that maximizes the team's ability to win games? That's the question. You know what I mean? If he was better defensively, then I think maybe it's a little bit more of a no-brainer for them. They could say, yeah, he's worked out with us. He knows our system. He's a good kid. And he has some offensive ability. If he could play defense, I think the Knicks might just say, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. But I just think that in the end, it's gonna come down to what are they gonna think they're gonna need in different situations and what's gonna be more impactful in the playoffs. So we'll see. I mean, it could happen that way. We'll see. And don't get me wrong. Even though I could see the roads pointing towards Brogdon, I don't like Malcolm Brogdon. I don't think he shoots good. He does still play decent defense. He's always played good defense. He's a ball handler. I guess his mid-range game is okay, but his three-point shooting is lackluster. And I don't like the fact that he never wanted to come to the Knicks when we wanted him before. But I can get over that. I mean, he wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't like Kyrie Irving or LeBron when they were asked about, or I mean, not LeBron, Kevin Durant when they were asked about coming to the Knicks. So I can get over it. Yeah. So I mean, if that's what they want to do, we'll see. All right, let me kind of breeze through. Coach Sires in the building. What up, Coach? Good to see you. SKF Ron, appreciate you, my guy. And thank you to my 2 cents for being a member of the SKF Army as always. Just Nix is in the building. What up, Just Nix? Salute. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. Miguel P is in the building. What up, Miguel P? Salute to Ron in the chat. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. Salute. So Chris Conner says, if they keeping it all in-house, I can't see Coach Brown caring to go with Landry Shamet, who is 28 years old now, over younger talent that he literally watched ball out. I mean, yeah, but remember, no player on this current Knicks roster or any players we talked about adding shoots a better three ball than Shamet. That's the whole thing. It's like if you have a specific skill set that you can't get anywhere else, that's what gives you a moment that the team is like, oh, maybe we could use this. That's all I'm saying. Because nobody, I don't care who you say, even maybe Cat. Okay, no, let me not say that. Sorry, there's one. Cat is a really good shooter. Outside of Cat, nobody else in this team can shoot the three as good as Shamet. So that's what keeps him in the argument. That's pretty much it. And I just think the Knicks need another shooter that you can rely on because he has showed that he is a career 38% shooter from three. And he has moments where he can get super hot. And we're talking super hot, like shooting in the 40s, easy. So that's all. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the way they should go. I just think that's my opinion that they should have somebody like that. And I also kind of think that they have a ball handler who, if you give him the opportunity out there, he is going to do what needs to be done. And I'm talking about Tyler Kolek. Because remember, we're seeing all these summer league games and what he's done. But when we look at the highlights of him playing with Cat and Macau, Kolek looked great because he's got NBA players that he's given the ball to that know what to do with the ball when he gets it to them. So I don't think there's an issue there. I think we'll be fine with Kolek if we had to have him as the backup. You might say, well, we worry about his defense, and don't get me wrong, Kolek's defense is trash. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt the first season, like, oh well, he could do this, he could do that, but he hasn't done it yet. And until he learns how to play defense like Kyle Lowry does at this age, or like Patrick Beverly learned to do it at the older age, where you start to swipe the ball out of people's hands because you can't necessarily stay with them, get around, poke the ball, when they get past you, or swipe it when they go up. Excuse me. Till he learns how to do that efficiently and effectively, he's going to be really terrible on defense. And I think sometimes he moves too much. Right? Instead of just standing in front, if you get beat, you get beat. But sometimes he moves out of the way to try to go for a switch, and he gets caught in limbo. And it looks terrible. So, yeah. Shout out to Shout Powers in the building, one half of Knicks Real Talk. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, my brother? Hit him up. NYNJ in the building. He says, hey, what's going on? Appreciate you. Okay. To Cowboys in the building. Let's go. What's up? How you doing? Lena Franklin's in the building. Let's go, Lena. Said, what's up, you guys? Good morning. I'm happier to New York Liberty players Natasha Cloud and Sabrina Ionescu win WNBA All-Star Skill Challenge yesterday. And yeah, and Sabrina won the 3-point contest. Shout out to them, man. New York Liberty, man. They got some good players over there. There's no doubt about that. Coach says, I hope Dink does well today. Yeah, I do too, man. Dink is interesting. Once again, Dink is another player that it'd be nice for him to get a chance to be on the club. We'll never use him because we got so many people ahead of him. But you know what? It might be something that helps him going forward. He can come on as a two-way. He can play games in Westchester, learn, continue to work on his craft. And then hopefully, next year or down, going down the line, then he might be, introduced as a part of the roster, depending on how, where we go from here. But as I said before last year, guys, we don't want to see Dink. Okay. We don't want to see Dink. Diawara is somebody who knows, and Mike Brown might experiment with if they give him the deal. But we don't want to see Dink. We don't really want to see McCullers. We don't want to see Daddy A. We don't really want to see these guys. Because if we see them, it's a chance that means guys are hurt. We don't want to see those guys. We want to see our starters and our guys that we're depending on to be out there every day. So we'll go from there. Hector Gaston in the building. What up, Hector? I hope you're doing well, my guy. Said Dink Pate is a keeper. Diawara is still. Since Mike isn't Tibbs, we see these kids during the season. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. We'll see. And, the other thing that we're going to see is how guys rest. I don't know under Mike Brown, but I know the Knicks players don't get a lot of rest either. Like, not only do they play a lot of minutes, but, back in the day, we used to see guys take a game off here, and we didn't see a lot of that with the Knicks players. So we'll see. Shout out to Cardiac Nick. Salute Ron. Salute SKF Chat. What's going on? Shout out to David. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep. Shout out to David Smith in the building. Salute to Ron in the chat. Salute to you. As expected, the Summer League has been underwhelming. Sad day. We missed out on Beal to form the unstoppable three-headed monster. Marcus Smart next best option if available. It looks like they're not really looking at Marcus Smart. And, well, we all knew Beal was going to the Clippers. That wasn't a secret. So it happened the way it was supposed to, apparently. Also, shout out to Coach Sire for being a member of the SKF Army. I forgot about that. I apologize, Coach. Good to see you. Walt Perrin has earned an extension. Yeah, I think Walt Perrin is great. I like him. Shout out to Kerry Cox in the building. Salute, Kerry. JW's here. What up, JW? The roster spots are already spoken for. Diawara will get the rookie spot, and McCullough, Jr., Nanji, and Pate got the two ways. I don't know. I didn't see anything, an official report, but if that's what they're saying, I mean, that makes sense to me. I'm good with that. Randu in the building, 1973. Salute, Ron, and to the chat. What up, Randu? Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my guy. Kerry says, yeah, Giannis is staying in Milwaukee. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. And the Bucks do have a decent team. They don't have a bad team. They made some moves at least. All right. Sorry, I'm just breezing through. My 2 cents says Giannis enjoying life in Greece this summer, not worrying about his moves, living carefree. I see him doing his TikToks. He's Marcel Montgomery in the building said, Ron, what's good? Salute to the chat. What's going on, Marcel? Prezi the boss in the building. What up, Prezi? Says salute to the SKF General Ron, the Teflon Don. Let's go. Pew pew. Word to Big L. Salute, Prezi. Damian Cox is in the building. Says Sabrina Ionescu won her second 3-point shooting title, and Natasha Cloud won her first skills challenge title, a win for New York. Facts. Coach says no wash players. I hear you. Kerry Cox said Kolek did disappoint this summer. I mean, listen, he started off, he had a tough look. It's not like we never seen a guy have a bad summer league. Did you see Jalen Brunson's first summer league? No, because he wasn't a Knick, but wasn't that great either. Brahim in the building said Chris Paul would be perfect for us. Yeah, but he's not coming. He's gone. He's going somewhere else. It may not have happened yet, but it will. D-Block in the building. What up, D-Block? Says salute to my brother Ron and the community. Hope all is well with your family and everyone else in the chat. Yep. Same to you and yours, my guy. Appreciate you. Lonnie Meeks is in the building. What up, Lonnie? Knicks need more size in the backcourt. Why not coffee? I don't know, man. I just had my coffee. Maybe the Knicks don't want coffee. I don't. Sorry, I'm not going to quit my day job. I apologize. Yeah, I mean, coffee is a decent player, but as I said before, when it comes to coffee's got the experience. He's been in the league about 5 or 6 years. But really, I of course, we know we give him the edge. But like, coffee is a carbon copy of McCullers, Diawara, Dadier. He's better than them right now. I know that. I'm just saying, like, why pull from something that you might have not at the same level, but like if you need a coffee, you got 3 guys that one could turn into a coffee or better than a coffee. But as far as addressing a need, you might want to go get something that you don't have. Like, you don't have a Brogdan or a Marcus Smart or something like that. You don't have that type of guy. I mean, okay, maybe somebody might say Marcus Smart. You do have that in Deuce, but come on, y'all. You know what I mean. Shout out to Shoquan in the building. You're not trading for no one. You just trading Kolek or whoever to another team for a second round pick. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys. Listen, you trade Tyler Kolek for a second round pick. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it. Just saying. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it. And I'm not saying it doesn't have to happen. It may have to happen. I'm just saying we're going to regret it. Eventually, we're going to see Kolek go somewhere and ball out, get repetition, get comfortable somewhere, and start playing the same way game in and game out, and seeing the better of Tyler Kolek. And then we're going to be like, well, why couldn't he do that here? Well, he needs to be able to play to do that, and we don't have a lot of opportunity to give him that right now. So. Margaret Edwards is in the building. Let's go, Margaret. Okay, good to see you. Knicks should just bring back Shamet. I mean, listen. Shout out to Tori B in the building. What up, Tori? Good morning, folks. Ron, yes. What's going on? Let's go, Tori. All right. All right, guys. I'm close to the end, breezing through. JW says Tyler Kolek is not that good. Let's stop overhyping him. Guys, look, no one's overhyping Tyler Kolek. All I'm telling you is that once again, we're doing the same thing that we do every single year. Sometimes we overestimate guys. Sometimes we underestimate guys. Did anybody think that Quentin Grimes was what Quentin Grimes was this past year? Yeah, be honest. Don't front. I got you open. No. Be honest. Did you think Quentin Grimes was what you saw this year? Well, a little bit of what you saw with Dallas and then what you saw with Philadelphia. Did you think Quentin Grimes was that? Yeah, tell me. And don't lie, because I've been here from day one for Quentin Grimes. I'm the one who jumped out the window and said he could be Klay Thompson Jr. I'm the one who got ridiculed and lit up because I said that. And what did everybody agree that Quentin Grimes was up until this past year? A ham sandwich. So do not lie. You tell me what you thought Quentin Grimes was before you saw him get a real opportunity somewhere else and get the usage. And the point that I'm trying to make is NBA players that have a certain level of talent are going to do something somewhere if given the opportunity. I'm not saying that Tyler Kolek is ever, I don't know that. I'm not saying he's ever going to reach his full potential with the Knicks. Just like Quentin Grimes can never reach his full potential with the Knicks because he's behind other players. Just like Obi Toppin can never reach his full potential with the Knicks because he was behind Julius Randle. Tyler Kolek may be the same way because he's behind Jalen Brunson. But if he goes somewhere else and he gets the opportunity, you guys might all see something that you always thought he could be, or maybe you didn't want to believe he could be, but you might see that somewhere else, is what I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. These are NBA players, guys. These guys, we have to be real about it. These guys, if we were to go out there right now, I don't care how good you think you are or whatever, you might be good. These guys will smoke the majority of us on a court. Okay. They are good. They just need opportunities and they need the reps to continue to go out there and do it. Tyler Kolek was one of the best players in the country and definitely in his conference when he got to run his Marquette team on a day-to-day basis, right? All of these guys are like that. When you let them run a team or be an option of that magnitude, they're going to be good. I'm not saying he's any better than, am I saying Tyler Kolek is Jalen Brunson? No. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just telling you, you put him somewhere else where he's going to get an opportunity to actually play every day. And then Knicks fans are going to start regretting it. Everybody's going to be saying, see, we did it again. And this time you can't blame Tibbs. So that's all I'm saying. That's it. All right. Okay. All right. Let me just let me put this link out there in the Chizat. For anybody that wants to jump in. Okay. Shout out to Bodega Wi-Fi in the building. Salute to the Still Knick fans family. What's going on, Bodega? Good to see you. And once again, guys, remember the Knicks have a 5th Summer League game today, a consolation game at 3:30 versus the Washington Wizards. I think it's going to be on NBA TV, or I don't know, maybe it's on ESPN. It's on one of them. I don't know. I think I saw ESPN Canada. I don't know, whatever that means. Okay. All right. I think HRM in the building. What up, HRM? Good to see you. Andrew Ayers in the building. Salute Knicks family. What's going on, Andrew? Let me see. All right. All right. Breezing through. Mm. Mm. Margaret Edwards says Dadier can be Aaron Gordon. I mean, yeah, it's a possibility if he can put on some more upper body strength. Yeah, he could definitely be a better rebounder and be able to do that. But as far as the other parts of his game, yeah, he definitely has that. You know, the thing is, these guys are so young and so raw and still very inexperienced, but they have so much ability that we haven't tapped into yet. Like Dadier hasn't even shown the Knicks all of his defensive chops yet. All the fans, like Dadier could play defense, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Dadier could play defense. He just hasn't. You need time in order to be a good defender in the league. You need time to understand your opponent. And then when I say it's even different for Dadier is because he's coming from international play. It's different. Like shoot. I forgot the name of that kid. But he's used to playing guys with the same similar style as NBA players because he's playing on this side, in the United States. That kid that San Antonio has, that kid is a monster. I forgot his name, but defensively, woo-wee. You know, when you already accustomed to the style of play that these guys like to play, he can really lock in. Dadier is still, he understands how to play defense, but he's still got to get acclimated and accustomed to how they play defense over here and how they play defense at the next level. I mean, how they play offense on the next level over here. Because Summer League, G League, but how much NBA time has he been able to get? So, and he didn't play college sports over here. He didn't get a chance to play the guys in college. So he didn't get that. He got the international flow, and international game is a little different. So, but he in time, Dadier is going to be a good defender. I think a real special defender over here. All right. Okay, I got a couple people backstage. Shout out to Rasul Thomas in the building. What up, Rasul? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Rasul. Chris Rose in the building. Salute, guys. Let's get those likes up. Facts. Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you. Pablo Demas. If it were up to me, I'd trade Kolek. Man, y'all guys are really off of the Kolek trade. Didn't take much. Yeah, no, that's true. Ron, Miguel says Ron, a lot of these young players on the Knicks roster will be consolidated. That's a fact. Kerry says Grady's better than Kolek. Yeah, but Grady's different. Grady's a shooter. I don't want to say a shooter. Grady's a scorer. Like they're not the same. Kolek is a facilitator. Like that's who Kolek is. Kolek is a throwback facilitating point guard who can score a little bit because, he needs to learn how to score a little bit to be effective. But Grady is a scorer. Yeah, I mean, they're different. Pablo says, I don't think he's got our win now window and can't defend. Yeah, the defensive issue is big. You ain't lying about that. Bring back Clay Anthony early. Come on, Marcel. That ain't right, man. uh, Grimes is decent. I mean, yeah, he's decent, but he look a lot better when he's not on a team with other scorers, and he's the scorer. He looked great. Oh, we got a super chat here. Shout out to NYC B-Ball 08. Appreciate you. He says, I believe Kolek is another Frank Ntilikina. No, I can't say that, bro. You know why? Because Frank never really showed he was really good at anything. Kolek can pass the ball. Does Kolek do some things that you're like, yeah, those are tough passes? Like, but really, did you guys say that when he was in the G League? No. Did you guys say that when he was in the NBA playing with Cat and McCall and these guys? Did you say he was making terrible passes? No. The only time you said it was watching him this year in the summer league, playing with this subpar talent, guys that not only couldn't shoot, don't even know where to be on the court. So is it all Kolek's fault, or is he just the playing the same way he's always played, but his teammates are a little bit more inferior? And I'm not talking about the Diarwaras, the Dink Pates. I'm talking about, this is a summer league roster with a bunch of names. I'm talking about the other guys he's playing with. So, as I said before, guys, I think we all just have to continue to open our eyes and be smart Knicks fans, smart basketball fans, and just look at everything. You guys all know what basketball looks like. You know what's good, you know what's bad. But I'm saying let's look a little deeper in the fact that there's more to the story. Just like I keep saying, I'm not just doing this. I'm saying this for Kolek. I'm telling you, McCullough is a bucket. Not well. Let me calm down. I got a little hype. McCullough is good. I don't want to say he's a bucket, but I'm saying McCullough is a lot better than people think. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I said it before this this summer league. I thought McCullough is the guy. Now Diawara is starting to sneak up on me. I like Diawara's game, and if he can get his shot down, he's a problem. But time will tell. Shout out to Rigo and Dino in the building, a member of the SKF Army. Said Tyler Kolek is good, just needs consistent minutes. I agree with that. But I'm not saying he's the next. I'm not saying he's white chocolate, or I'm not saying all that, guys. I'm just telling you, if we send him off somewhere else and he plays, you could bet me any amount of money, Knicks fans are going to be upset when they see him balling somewhere else, getting consistent minutes. You're going to say something. You're going to be like, why did we trade him? He could have did that here. I'm telling you. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So I'm not saying much more than that. All right. Shout out to Sam Grandison in the building. I guess I got to defend Kolek now. Salute everyone. Shout out to Webb in the building. What up, Webb? Good to see you. Okay. And I'm literally at the bottom. Salute. Let's go. Knicks. Diawara looks like a young Siakam. Yeah, he does. New York Knicks Rewind in the building. What up? Appreciate you. Baggett Jones is here. So the Knicks should not do anything because I have a strongly feeling that Giannis going to demand the trade. We have the pieces now to make it to the NBA Finals. Now is the perfect time to be patient. Well, listen, that's what I think they're doing. But I'm telling you, don't hold your breath, man. Giannis is a wild card. He's one. I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever really say what he needs to say to get up out of Milwaukee. Shout out to David Parker in the building. Frank was a lottery pick and not a second round guy. True, but that was a horrible pick by Phil Jackson. To get it so right with Kristaps, and to go so wrong with Frank. But I don't want to go there. I like Frank as a person. I like his spunk. I like the fact that everybody counted him out. But I don't like the fact that that's who we took instead of some of the other guys that got drafted after him. But it is what it is. Shout out to Animal Lex. So he says if we sign Shamet and Brogdan, they will play over. Yeah, but we can't get both. We can only get one of them. But yes, if we sign either one of them, they're going to play over Kolek, but Shamet's not a point guard. So, there's still a lane for Kolek to get minutes if need be. With Brogdan, Kolek gets no minutes. Flexed up in the building. Says Frank had elite defense at times. No, he did. at times, but I don't know, man. That's fair. Let's not take away. Yeah, he did play elite defense at times. That's fair. Okay, good point, Flexed Up. I was in my feelings a little bit, man. The Frank Hive was tough back in the day, man. I feel like I was out here on a limb, but that's okay. I'm all right. The coolest in the building. Salute, Ron. Outcast Assets is in the building. It was his fault. Have you thought about maybe the starters made him look good? It's the passer's fault. He was making bad reads. No, because he didn't make bad reads in the G League, and he didn't make bad reads in the NBA. So now, because he makes bad reads with the Summer League team, which everybody here knows that this Summer League team is trash bags compared to what we thought it was going to be. The other thing with assists, in order to get an assist, when you pass the ball, somebody's got to score. Am I wrong, guys? Or is this Summer League team not the worst shooting Summer League team we've ever had? So think about that. You got guys on the team. We've lost most of our games because we weren't good enough and we couldn't score. We got guys who weren't in the right places to receive passes, right? Or didn't anticipate what Kolek was trying to do. We've got guys who don't shoot well. This is one of the worst shooting teams in the Summer League and one of the worst, probably the worst Summer League team shooting we've ever had. And we wonder why Kolek hasn't done better with his passes or had more assists. Yet we've talked about Kolek, wherever he's played, at least having 6 assists. All right. In some cases, having 7 or 8 assists and not having great, shooting days, but he'd give you 7 or 8 assists easy. Yet on this Summer League team, he can barely get 5 assists. You guys don't think there's something weird about that? And we know that they don't shoot well. We looked at the stats. You look at the box scores. They shot terrible. I don't want to bring it up because the Summer League team is bad, but you guys know this Summer League team, the shooting is terrible. And if you don't shoot well, you're not executing on the assist, so it's no assist. And there's one game, the Beauchamp game, right, where the second half he went off, but the first half he shot 1 of 13. Most of those shots was the ball was thrown to him by Kolek. If he would have hit those shots, those would have been assists. Just saying. Once again, I'm only calling it for what it is. Kolek isn't even my favorite player on this team. He's not even my third favorite player on this team. I'm just calling it what it is. I just think we have to be a little bit more open with what we see to know, I would say the same thing for everything. I defend Jalen Brunson the same way, or anybody on the team. If you tell me something and I say, okay, well, that's true, but did you think about this? I'm doing it for everybody. In this case, it's Kolek. All right. No Cap Life's Analyst says, let's be honest, Kolek is a willing passer. There's nothing special about his playmaking at this point. He's young, rich, and I don't know about the rich part, but athletic. He doesn't need us to make excuses for him. I don't know about the rich part, but okay, he's young and I don't know about the athletic either, but he's young, rich. I don't know. But I don't know, guys. You guys are I think are looking at the game in a little bit of a bottleneck. It's not, you got to open it up a little bit just to see a little bit more of what's happening in front of you, to understand that there's more to the story. Just like I said about Quentin Grimes or Obi Toppin. Everybody's talking about these guys for the things that they've done, but look at what they're actually in. Grimes is in a situation where he's become one of the top options. So he can score and no problem. He gets the ball all the time. Obi Toppin looks like he's, so much better with Indiana. Well, Indiana has one of the best offensive systems in basketball. Obi Toppin is getting minutes. No, he's getting the same minutes, a little bit more than what he got with the Knicks. He's playing like 18 minutes a game with Indiana. He's still behind Pascal Siakam. He's just comfortable there. It's an offensive system that plays on his talent, and, it's working out. It's just the one of the best systems he could be in for what he does. That's all. Like, and it's not taking anything away from Obi. It's just like he's in a really good opportunity right now. Look at, and you want to see the flip side. Look at R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. Those guys finally, they got the money. RJ's back home. Quickly got the money. And look, Toronto's looking to trade both of them. All right. Let me bring my guys up here on the panel and let's talk about some stuff real quick. Shout out to Humberto De Lejos in this house. What up, Humberto? Good to see you. All right. What's going on, D-Rex? What's going on, Sam? What's up, Shaw?
Salute.
So.
Oh, man. Ugh.
I didn't expect this today, Unc. Y'all got me. I'm thinking I'm going to wake up. It's going to be a great day. I see Kolek, dumpster. Oh, my goodness, bro. I didn't watch the game. Did he play that bad? I didn't watch the last Summer League game. Was it that bad?
His first two were bad. Abysmal.
The first two were bad. The third was really good shooting, right?
Context is the important word of the day.
Yeah, the third was really good shooting, and he could have had. People were doing. I didn't watch. I was at work, right? So I didn't see the game fully. I just saw highlights. But people were telling me, like, Beauchamp missed so many shots in the first half, and other guys didn't hit. He could have had 10 assists, but guys didn't knock down. So whatever. It's just all about him offensively. But it doesn't mean he's not going out there and doing what he normally does. He's still doing it. And then this last game, he shot 6 of 15. He didn't shoot that great. He had 5 assists.
Mad turnovers and mad sloppy plays, bro. For how much you like nitpick and critique the rookies, I'm like amazed how people like Brogdan Beauchamp have so much grace.
Dude, that's in Rex. I want him to be good so bad. Like, he has the intangibles.
He's Native American. I want him to succeed, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got the intangibles. He's still young because he came in straight off the G League as well, community college. So, like, but he's just not consistent, bro. Like,
I really don't think that his game was as bad as everybody says. He was trying. He was trying to make it better. Nobody else was scoring. The lackluster team that we had, he was trying new things. He was trying to put people in position. They wasn't there. The team was comprised of in like the last week or something like that. So he didn't really have no time to really replicate any relationship with these guys and stuff. He did okay. I don't think he as bad as everybody. I'm like, come on, because when he turned it up, not even the game when he turned it up, when he hit all 4 or 5 of those 3-point shots. The biggest play that I think that he played against yesterday's team, last game that he played, is when the guy knocked him on the floor and he got up and he bumped the guy back. He walked over to him and he bumped into him. He was like, he said something to him. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. So in my opinion, he's okay. That was my biggest play for him, the whole summer league. Not the scoring and the passing and the not good. The biggest thing that he showed hard, nobody gonna push me over, nobody gonna knock me down, and I'm not gonna say something. He got right up off the floor. After the guy pushed me, walked right up to him and he bumped him. Boom! I said, oh, there you go. All right, Kolek got some hard. That's hard right there.
That was tough.
He bumped and he ain't bumping like he was like, he was like, boom!
He's a feisty white boy.
Yeah, no, he's a dog for sure. You got to remember, he played in the Big East just like Brunson. Like those guys, they're used to the physicality and stuff like that.
It was a lot said about some of his moves last game. Was Brunson like? You know what I mean?
It's
a couple of that little fadeaway
like
back shot that he did, that looks Brunsonish. And why wouldn't he pick it up from Brunson? They both left-handed. They both doing almost the same moves. This is the perfect opportunity to build off of a guy that's in his same stature and grow. So I think he's in a great opportunity right now. He's on the team, so it ain't like he ain't got opportunity. This year he'll get opportunity, I believe, not like he did last year with Tibbs.
I just want to know, like, if we do, like, what people in the chat are kind of, wanting to happen right now, which is ship off Kolek. Who's that backup point guard then? Are we trusting Deuce? He hasn't shown me yet.
Don't even go crazy about it. Everybody talking about shipping him off. They were talking about shipping Deuce off, shipping Bridges off. You even see some people on X talking about Brunson still. We never should have traded for him. He's a bum, and we should trade for him now. So whatever, man. I don't make the choices. We all don't make the choices. We just sit here and discuss what we think. So I'm with whatever anybody. That's your opinion. That's how you want to fan them. Whatever. But I know that I think that the New York Knicks is in a good place right now, especially with this new coaching thing. And I think Tyler Kolek is going to fit in real well coming in this year. You know, everybody's underestimating him. I don't even think. I guess we'll get into that later. But all these picks that we're thinking about picking up, if we pick up any of these picks that we're talking about, we're gonna have to talk about that guy has to be a starter. And I just let that lay out till we get to that later.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I just think we just need to let it play out. And my whole thing is, like I said, the only way I see that if the Knicks bring in somebody like Malcolm Brogdan, then I think that there's a chance that Tyler Kolek gets traded. Only because I just don't feel like you just want to have somebody like with that type of talent, because he is an asset, sitting on the bench when you can get something for him to help the team. Because if you still feel in year 2, 24-year-old, we know he's a little bit more advanced in age than other guys, you still feel like you got to go out there and get yourself another ball handler, then maybe Kolek is not the guy. That's all I'm saying. I know he don't play defense, but still, a lot of guys in this league don't play defense, and especially at the point guard position. If you feel like Kolek can't be the backup guy and you want to go out and get somebody else, then I feel like maybe that's the writings on the wall, because this is another year of the guy's development and growth. So, and you guys know that the thing that's happening now with Knick fans feeling a certain way, that affects his stock and his value. His own fans feeling a certain way about him. You think other teams and they're looking at Kolek like, I don't know. You know, so the less he plays, the worse it does for his value. You know what I mean? Because Kolek's best friend is his ability to actually get out there on the court and do something. So the him sitting on the bench does not help him.
We've seen him playing better in the actual NBA. Right. If you're going to trade him, at least wait till the trade deadline. Play him a couple NBA games. See how he looks. If he plays 2 games well, he increases trade value. Boom, you get better players.
Hey, I agree.
Doesn't take much, bro. You know?
I agree. I just think that you don't just get rid of somebody. You held on to him this past year, right? You're going into a new season. You don't just get rid of him without knowing. Haven't you? I mean, have you not learned from our other rookie guys and how when you put them in different situations, they can flourish depending on what it shows out to be. We've seen it already. So maybe you say, okay, one more year, we'll hold on to Kolek. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen this season too. We knock on wood. We don't want any of that other stuff to happen, because last year we were very, healthy, but anything can happen. So
Ron, can I cook? Because I have like a whole spiel for today.
Okay, go ahead. And I know Sam's got, feelings.
All right, so I'm going to cook. So, okay, I'm going to read to you Summer League stats.
Shout out to Geraldine McIver, by the way. Let's go. The original lady of Knicks fans, still Knicks fans. That's right. Appreciate you.
So I'm going to tell you Summer League stats for a point guard, not the name, just the stats. Okay, we all decide what to do with the player after.
Okay.
So 6.8 points per game, 4.4 assists per game, and 22.7% shooting from the field.
Damn it, D-Rex. The worst part about this is because
Ship him out of here. He's a bum.
I'm such a content creator. I know exactly who these numbers belong to. But whatever. Continue. Go ahead. Cook.
So that player, pretty abysmal, right? Let's get him out of here. Who can we get for him? What are we thinking, guys? Another $3 million veteran, real solid pick at DeLon Wright. The numbers are Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had an abysmal, terrible summer league. And someone told me once, I can't quantify this, but that they've said it makes sense that summer league is not kind to point guards. Me, I can't back that up, but it's reasonable to me, And another point. Okay, so Baylor Shireman, he started on threes in the month of March, 1 of 15, so 0.67. Okay, and then after that, he went 15 of 32. So he went from 0.067 to 0.469 in the month of March. So that's like the rookie.
And Baylor Shireman is the Boston guy, right?
He's the Boston guy who cooked us, right? So also interesting fact about Baylor Shireman. So he got 396 NBA minutes this season. Tyler Kolek got 296, and Pacom Dadier got 111. So Pacom Dadier got, Baylor Sean got 3.5 times more minutes this season than Pacom Dadier. He was like half the pick. And you can't tell me that if he hadn't played 200 more NBA minutes, which wouldn't have been a lot to give, like for us to give him, but for him it would have been huge. The guy wouldn't be a little better, you know?
And bro,
not to take Tom Thibodeau aside, but he was a little hurt this year too. We talking about Pacome, right?
Yeah, he was hurt.
And that it's the same foot, that same toe. He had the same injury already, if I'm not mistaken, the same toe injury in the season. So this is a occurrence. Just saying.
Something to worry about, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is not the first time. This has happened. This is the second time it happened in the season. It happened in the season when he was playing good in the G League, and then he got hurt there. Yeah. And he was out for 6-8 weeks or something like that. He was out for a while. Then he came back, and that was again. He's having the same toe thing, this turf toe or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. And also too, like I'm not like dissing the Brogdan thing or anything. I'm just like looking at it from a perspective where this guy hasn't even played that many games in the last 2 years. Like I understand that he's a interesting like free agency acquisition, but like Brogdan's been banged up his whole career. But the last 2 seasons, the guy's barely played, and I believe last season he didn't even shoot 30% from three.
No, he didn't.
That's not good at all. Like, and we're talking about adding that. I mean, at that point, is it even worth picking them up for that spot, or do you just get somebody else who could add more value to the roster who's actually going to play?
Sorry. No, I was going to say, I think they did just look at him as a defender and a ball handler. And I think that they feel like that's very important to what they're doing. I don't know, because you're right. He shot 28% from three. I was like, ugh. Like,
and hasn't played more than 65 games in the last 5 years. I believe it was 62 or 65.
He might not have even played 60 games in the last 2 seasons combined.
Right.
So. Yeah, we don't need that. Thanks.
And you know what?
We've seen that movie.
I've never been a real big fan of Marcus Smart's offensive game, but even Marcus Smart look a lot better from three than Brogdan. And shout out to James L in the building. What up, James L? He said, bro, why is it taking so long for free agency? Why is nothing happening in the vet minimum market? And what's the holdup for the Knicks? Waiting on Smart?
Because they're diving all the way to the bottom of the dumpster.
And the other thing too is some of these buyouts have taken quite some time, and the buyout for Marcus Smart hasn't happened yet. The buyout for Beal just recently happened, even though we knew Beal. That was not a secret. He wanted to go to the Clippers. So yeah, like Marcus Smart still isn't bought out. So yeah, I mean, you can't really do much when guys are not available for you.
When we're talking about a lot of these trades, also we really have to reconsider who we really picking up, because in my opinion, the person that we pick up is going to be our starter. Where is this other person going to get any minutes in the second unit? There's Josh Hart there. There's Clarkson that we just brung over here. We got Deuce in that second lineup. If we get any one of those point guards, so whoever we get is going to be a starter. One of the reasons why I don't know why I keep saying it, but Ben Simmons makes a good something different. Brogdan, I always wanted Brogdan here. He never came in, never dissed the Knicks, but he never came here. And now I don't want him because I've been doing research on him. He hasn't played. He hasn't been healthy. Every time that he goes to make a move after that season, they got the sixth man of the year. It's been like bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? So anybody that we bring here right now, in my opinion, is going to have to start, because then we could put Mitchell Robinson back into the second unit to take up Hakapurdy's spot. Now, I mean, Hakapurdy will be that 11th man, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? But if we keep Mitchell Robinson at starting and we bring one of these Marcus Sparks or any one of these guys and bring him into the second unit, where he's going to play? What minutes is he really going to get? Or whose minutes is he going to really take?
Bro, I want to make the point that, like, for all of the arguments of, like, the few guys that these names of Ben Simmons and Marcus Smart and Brogdan keep floating around, they all have asterisks next to their name.
Literally.
Right.
None of them are like a super slam dunk, like 100%. Yeah.
There's a reason why guys are getting bought out.
Right. They got something with them.
And I want to say, like, a lot of the arguments, like, people say, oh, Ben Simmons is not going to play a lot of minutes per night. His role is not going to be that big. So, like, to me, that's the same as saying for the rookie, like, oh, or like, let's say DOR, you suggest DOR should get situational 6-8 minutes, People say, oh, well, it's only a few minutes. To me, it's the same argument of I don't think Ben Simmons is in a place where, as Ron said, the back and the brain, the mind, it's two bad things to struggle with, like. I just don't see like the super. Oh, this one Coffee I kind of see, but people told me he's like
Coffee is
playoff
a good
numbers aren't
pickup.
good or something. But he's young, he's good. I'm not against Coffee. I think it's a solid one. But again, I'm sure there's some other risk, and like I don't know. For me, again, I just look at Diawara, who like you have to say he's definitely impressed a lot of people in the Knicks organization. You can't tell me that guy 6 to 8 minutes can give you 0 on an NBA basketball.
And that's the
That's
crazy thing.
ludicrous to me.
That's the crazy thing, Rex, is we see that, but watch, he'll be probably the 2-way contract, and then he'll be, Westchester bounced up and down throughout the season.
I hope not. I hope not.
Not too, but I could
man.
just see it though.
I hope not too. I think he makes the con. I think he makes the. I think he makes
that
it.
rookie
And
contract.
I think he makes it off the rookie contract. I think he makes it. I don't see no one than anyone else that we have brought over here
Also
to
have
take it.
extra tidbits on this. So I went and watched all his French, interviews and stuff. Like he says that he's a natural playmaker. They say that, and he says his handle is good for his height. Those are like two very solid, reliable things about him. Which, like, at his height and just getting to the paint and stuff is like his handle's good.
Because did we draft him second round?
Yeah, 51st. That's the number he wears. It makes it so raw. And the one good thing that I seen with him, another thing that I watched, if y'all haven't seen, he's starting to pick. I don't know him. I really didn't watch him in the France League or nothing like that. But I seen him in the last couple of games develop this little short dip shot.
Jab step.
Yeah, he do a little fake move. He stick you in your place, then he take that short jump shot. If he could get good with that at his size,
he said it's a signature move.
I mean, he's going to be. So I think he gets some minutes in the court. We need him on the court. I mean, we need him on the regular roster just for the size.
Yes.
Everybody talks about the Knicks. Oh, they short it. If we do this Beauchamp thing, Boucher with 6'7", we sign him. Then we bring Muhammad there. We bring, and now we got another 6'8" guy with Yakaselli. Hucker Purdy, 7 feet. Mitchell Robinson.
Yabusele.
Yabu. I be messing his name, but I be calling him Yabu.
I'm like
Yabu.
chopping it
just
up.
Say Yabu. Yeah, just say Yabu.
Yabu. So it makes us bigger. So I'm let's see what happens.
I'll give the perfect example of a game from last season where I think even the most anti-rookie person could agree, yeah, it would have been helpful. It was a game against Atlanta. I think the first one we played against them that we lost. And if you remember, they had like both McCall and OG, I believe Mitch was still out, just jump up for a rebound like over and over and over again. And they just couldn't grab a rebound to save their life against the big, huge athletic guys of Atlanta. I think y'all remember that game, right? Bro, throw Diawara is going to get 1 rebound, just
and
by
to your point, Rex, we're going to need that because have you seen like the offseason, these teams are loading up on more of that. Like the Hawks actually got more size. Like Trae Young's
they got bigger.
Trae Young's pretty much surrounded with guys 6'7" or taller. True, like their whole roster is like 6'7" or taller besides Trae Young at this point.
Mm-hmm.
One of my big things about this new roster, and I'm just saying this because I'm starting to. I don't want to say they say that it's out of the realm now, that it's all the way off, but the switchable defense with if we can have him on board with Simmons, the switchable defense between him, OG, and McHale, it makes it so much easier for Jalen Brunson and Cat to play defense too. And with Simmons, like I said, I would start him, but he rebounds the basketball and he assists the basketball. We don't need him to score. He would take up the same slack up we would look for Mitchell Robinson. We could get him with 8 points, but with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. That's what we're looking for every game. We need him
rebounds
to
every game off the bench is amazing. A little defense, 7.7 rebounds, assist.
I think that's what his average was. Was it 7, 6, 5, 6, 7 or something like that?
He had a game like that.
Yeah. So I and that's just on average. Some games he may have 10, 12. Some games he may have a crazy assist. With the team that we have right now, we need to exploit what we have. What we missed last year from Jalen Brunson is his wide open jump shot. Somebody where he didn't have to be. Yeah, he dribbled the ball. Everybody said, "Oh, he dribbled the ball too much." You don't want to know why we didn't have nobody else like DiVincenzo to help him bring the ball up. in my opinion, and this is only my opinion because I'm thinking about. I like Brogdan. I think Brogdan used to be a 50, 40, 90 guy. But I think Simmons, with his size and the way he does things, if he can come back to reality, if he can settle back into a role with a team, this team, if he comes to this team and he sees who's on here, maybe he might inspire him to want to be better. I don't know. I'm hoping if he comes, but I think him on this team, I think it works, man. 6'10" with the defense and the rebounding skills that we're going to need. With taking out Mitchell Robinson, we still get the same thing. The same points, but we're getting assists now. We're getting more open shots. You know what I mean?
I won't take
So,
it that
and
far.
he
I won't take it
don't
that
get it
far.
twisted. He can't shoot a jump shot for nothing, but he'll throw it on you. He'll drive to the lane. He'll go hard to the basket and lay it up on you and stuff.
Who,
Now, let's
Ben
not forget
Simmons?
about that. Yeah,
Wait,
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons?
hold on 1 second, guys. Mr. What is it? Shoot, hold on. Crap, I just had it and I just lost it. Where is? Oh, here we go. Mr. McKenzie, who is that? What's your first name, Mr. McKenzie? Because no, and I didn't block you, but you know what I'm noticing? Because being that you said that, you made me go look at stuff. Listen, guys, and I appreciate everybody who helps out with the program. I appreciate all the moderators and everything you guys do. But when it comes to stuff, do not block anybody if I don't give the permission to do so. If there's an issue with somebody and they're saying certain things, let me know. You can send me a message, or you could even put it in the chat. Hey, Ron, this person's acting up. What do you want to do? I'll say, okay, I'll do it myself. But don't block anybody, because the reason why I'm saying that is because being that I'm looking, I went to go see my community and people that might have been blocked. And, for the most part, it's a bunch of bots and stuff. But then I look in there and I see Sherwin. Now, I don't know if you're Mr. McKenzie, Sherwin, but Sherwin should not be blocked. He should not be blocked. So I'm taking Sherwin's name out of there. I don't know if that's you, Mr. McKenzie, but if that is you, Sherwin, then I apologize. I don't know how the hell that happened, but you haven't done anything for me. We go back and forth all the time. I don't block anybody unless you are super disrespectful or against the YouTube guidelines. There's no need for me to do that. So
you talking about my mama?
Yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to say that real quick. Let's just, keep everything kosher. There's a couple names in there that I know I put in there, so they need to stay there. Y'all but yeah, other than that, I just wanted to say that. I apologize. And Mr. McKenzie, if that is you, if that you are Sherwin, then I'm sorry, but that definitely wasn't supposed to happen. Okay. Now back to what you guys were saying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I hope you didn't lose your train of thought. I apologize.
Nah, he was telling me how Ben Simmons going to yam it on somebody, and I said I haven't seen Ben Simmons look towards the basket since Philly.
And I wanted to say that, guys, listen, as a content creator, listen, all this content and stuff we talking about, I don't mind. It helps the show go. But listen, I feel like Marcus Smart, Ben Simmons, I think these guys are done. I think the Knicks have moved on.
Brogdan, all of them. They all in the same boat. I'm with you. I'm with you, Ron.
They all have risk to them. They all have risk to them.
Yeah, them aspirants. Say it again, Rex.
Yeah, you know where they're going.
Yeah. So man, I don't know. Oh, to what my man Miguel was saying about McCullough. He was talking about the vet minimum spot to McCullough Jr. Yeah, I
like that. I like that today. I like that. Sound better to me. I'm not mad at that either.
Is he eligible?
I'm not mad at that.
He's eligible for the vet minimum spot. He's not eligible for the second round rookie spot because he played last year, so he lost his rookie status, even though he didn't play that much. But that's
the Diarra guy you guys are talking about.
Yeah, Diarra might get that spot. Okay. But the whole thing is, you don't want to waste the spot. Now he may not love it, but if you can bring back McCullough for another two-way and use that vet minimums somewhere else, like Shamet, because you can't put Shamet on a two-way.
I'm not Shamet high for the record.
I don't get it either, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I never understood the Shamet.
All right, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. It's the reason. This make me do my research. You guys continue. Continue. No, continue. Keep talking.
You know how to make a chopped cheese or something? Like, what's the deal?
I understand why. The one thing that took away from Shamet, the one thing that he took away from Shamet is him getting hurt early in the year. If Tibbs had a little bit more time to work him into the roster, we would have seen a little bit better. I believe that's why they kept him on the roster.
No, but he played. He got more minutes than all the
got
rookies. He played
burned.
Yeah,
bad in the regular season.
towards the end, once he started getting healthy, he had a stint where he was playing, then he stopped playing, then he started playing again, and then got in the playoffs and got a couple of games. I
Bro,
mean,
Shaw, they had this guy guarding LeBron James out there. It did not look good.
no, it didn't. I'm not
That's not
valuing
his
for him.
fault.
Yeah, I'm not
Hey, we
valuing
know
for
who
him.
did that. I was about to say we know who had him doing
I
that.
think I'm trying to get off of Shamet. Really, I
Yeah.
really think that I like the way someone said in the chat today about bringing in Beauchamp. You know what I mean? Signing him to the vet and then bringing in Muhammad. You know what I mean? And then our rookie deals would be Najee. I mean, the three-way deals. I mean, the two-way deals would be Najee. Who were the other two? The young boy, 18,
McCullough,
19. Yeah,
Najee and Kate,
those two guys. You know what I mean?
and Big Kate.
That sounded like a legit thing to me because whoever we bring in here is not going to get no minutes
No
over
burn.
the top 10. We have a real solid top 10 right now. If you look at it, I mean, if you bring, and that's why I'm thinking about all these guys all three of those guys that we all mentioned, I don't think they're coming here. I think we're going to make a move, something like this, or maybe Shaman. But do Shaman really want to be here just to sit on the bench? And he's going to probably be like the 12th person off the bench. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
You
no,
never
but
know.
if he wants to come here and do that,
I think you guys are really giving these young guys a lot of love. I don't think these young guys are going to play. So
Who we
no,
talking
I'm
about?
not talking about him. I'm talking about over Josh Hart, Clarkson,
But
and Deuce
remember,
McBride.
no. But remember, like the Mike Brown plays a 10-man rotation.
Fair.
He don't play a 9. He plays a 10. And sometimes throughout the course of the year, he plays 11. Right.
Okay,
Right now, we only got 9.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Open it
you
up.
bring in now, you could say that 10 could be Huck Porty. Maybe.
right.
Maybe.
Porty might have got that
He needs
spot.
to play this year.
He might have got that spot. So the other thing is but like I said, he plays 10 to 11. So there is a path for Landry Shamet because and hold on, I know let me explain it. The reason why I say that, guys, is because Mike Brown is different from Tibbs. For the most part, he's like Tibbs in the way that, he plays. If you're his guys out there, you go and you do what you got to do, he'll play you. You're that's the rotation. But when he don't see that things are going the way he wants them to go, Mike Brown will switch it up. And that is how a guy like Shamet could come in. Josh Hart could be out there. His defense could be lackluster. He could be shooting 1 for 7 from the field in the first half. I'm not saying, but just saying maybe Mike Brown goes down the bench and says, "Hey, Shamet, let's get you in the second half and see if you can give a little spark to the team." Mike Brown is more like that. He will take somebody off the bench and see if he can catch fire, which is what I always been wanting Tibbs to do, but he never really did it. So there is a way that Shamet, if he was back here, could play. He won't play a lot unless it's warranted.
I take Coffee over Shamet, man.
Well, okay, but remember, we already talked about the 10-man rotation, and if you add Huck Porty, we're talking 10 right there. So even if Coffee came here, who's Coffee playing over?
Like I always keep saying this, it doesn't have to be every game the same, exact 10 people. You could try different options. We saw, as someone mentioned, OKC tried like a million different starting lineups over the course of the season. I feel like that's what you would want to see is just experimentation and trying things. And then from that, you can learn a little bit more. Sprinkle them in.
Well, I don't know too much about him, right? Offensively, Coffee is very solid. He's very efficient. He's got good skills offensively. But I heard defensively, not so much. Like I said, I didn't watch a lot of Clippers basketball. I didn't watch a lot of Coffee. So I don't know. But I heard defensively, not so much. So I don't know, guys. I'm
just saying, for a team that got killed in transition offense the entire playoffs, and at least both the Pistons and the Pacers series, he needs like a DOR is going to help you get some good transition offense going. You just need to grab the ball and run.
I agree with that too. And the other thing too, you guys, when you guys were talking about it, Diawara is different from all of the other guys. Now, Kevin McCullough, I already said it. He's my guy. I like him. I like what he can do. But even McCullough, Dadier, the only one that may have it too is Dink Pate. But Diawara has a herky-jerky fluidity type athletic motion movement thing. Like he can do some things that we don't have on this team. It's different. It's special. It kind of reminds me of like, the same thing that Dinkpay can do it too, but I seen Diawara do it, but at Diawara's size, it looks different. It's special.
Right.
Doesn't move like the way he can move. And so I think you need that. And honestly, like I said, I want McCullough on the team. I want Dottie on the team. But if there was a guy that I thought could somehow play and actually give the Knicks something different, it would be Diawara. I'd actually like to see him incorporated sometimes because I just think he does something different that we haven't had. We haven't had a guy who looks like they have a certain swag. He got something to his game. And I like Diawara. And I also like the way he passes the ball. Like he gets to certain spots and gets guys open looks. So you can't teach that. That's just something natural about his game. I've seen some really good stuff from Diawara, so we'll see what they do. But
I remember that last time I was on here, I was saying, like, look, for Yabusele, as much of an offensive upgrade as he is over Precious Achua, he's defensively a downgrade. And I said we didn't have like another 6'8" athletic, like wing-style defender on the defensive end on the team after him, and that's the guy. And he has a handle. And can shoot. Like, bro, to me, it's mind-blowing that people would say the guy can't help out 6 to 8 minutes here and there. That's right. Like, get out of here. Come on.
Yeah, 100%. Hold on. Wait. Did I press save? Yeah. Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I don't
might see him today. Who knows?
Yeah, I hope so. We definitely could. It would be nice to see him out there. Yeah, man. I just think that I think that we got some stuff to look at, and we got to see what they choose to do. There's options.
I mean, the broader point here is like you have a wing factory cooking of some actually really impressive players. For as much as Summer League is bad, like coming out of here with like Diawara, who people didn't really know was good before now,
right?
Pate, which is an upgrade on the 2-way, and Najee, which like he's good, he's just good center depth, probably also an upgrade in the real deep reserves. The G League team gets better, like that's something. And also I want to make the point, like, let's say they do give Tyler Kolek some minutes. Well, let's say Dink Pate has some like amazing game in the G League. And now Tyler Kolek's like, like this guy's nipping at my heels too, like I just feel like there's such good internal, like the competition for the 2-ways in Summer League, you can see is really fierce. Like Kevin McCullough wants that 2-way or a fucking vet contract or whatever, he wants to get out, like sign something, You saw it. He worked his freaking ass off to get that 30 points. He busted his ass. It was a really tough physical, like getting in the paint, 30 points,
That he did. So what was I saying? Yeah. Landry Shamet shot 24% in February. He was coming back from the shoulder issue. And he didn't play a lot. He was averaging 11 minutes. And for whatever reason, that's kind of weird, but in March, he shot 38.9 from 3, but it was really limited. He took 1 shot, no shots, 2 shots. No.
Yeah, percentages probably better.
Yeah, percentage was better, but he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots the whole month. Come on. So I'm not going to look at that, right? Then you get April. No. Is this April or is this March? I apologize. That was January I was talking about before. March is where he shot 35%, 0.8 from 3, and now he started to get used. He shot 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, so he was starting to shoot the ball, and he was still kind of getting his rhythm together. And then finally, he played 18 minutes per game on average, and then in April, when he played 23 minutes per average, now he's shooting shots. He's shooting 3, 7, 5, 4, 6, 3, 2. He shot 48% from 3 for the month. So all I'm saying is the only reason why I looked at Landry Shamet and I said he's the guy that you should bring back is because I think the Knicks need a guy who can shoot the 3. You guys, all of the other Knicks players went down in 3. And then the guy that I wanted, Seth Curry, signed somewhere. There's no more knockdown guys out there. So I'm like, Shamet's the last one.
That's why I say I think Coffee actually has a better percentage than him. So, like, I
Yeah,
would
but
rather,
technically he doesn't. I mean, Coffee didn't have to come back from a shoulder injury, so he was able to shoot normal the whole season. Took Shamet a while to get back to his normal shooting, his shooting angle and all that good stuff. But I don't doubt it. No, Coffee is actually very impressive. Offensively, like I said, he looks good. I wouldn't mind Coffee.
More of a T guy myself.
Hold on. Thank you, Rex. Thank you. Anyway,
Shaw is so unamused.
Yeah, he didn't even crack a smile, man. He's like, goodness.
Shout out to White Falcon 44 in the building. Said Ben Simmons at small forward would help. He back in the day, White Falcon, Ben Simmons was one of his guys, but I don't know White Falcon. I think the Knicks have moved on, bro. So yeah. I noticed you don't talk about well, you can't because he's not available, but but whatever. Let's move on. Yeah. We could gamble on Beasley. Nah, I see what you're Prezi.
He better hope he don't get the OJ Mayo treatment.
Yeah, Beasley's in trouble, man. Yeah. Beasley's in trouble, and now I heard that they might be looking into.
They might make him a poster child, bro.
Terry been getting looked into.
Yeah, scary Terry, right?
They've been looking into him for over a year.
Yeah, these dudes think they slick. People ain't stupid, especially now. Once you get on their radar and they start looking, oh, you in trouble.
Yeah, didn't they already just get off of him? They back on him again?
Off. He's not off.
No, because now they said they saw a game that apparently he played. He played 10 minutes and he took himself out the game. But whatever happened in those 10 minutes, like 30,000 people hit. So they're like, what's going on?
Oh man.
I don't get it, bro. It's like, dude, you done already made some M's. Take your money and be happy.
These dudes is crazy, bro.
Some people don't see an M.
I could say that, hey, man, maybe are you gonna go down? Go down because nothing was happening for you. Was I'm not. That's not right. But this dude, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, that dude wasn't playing nowhere. So all right, you want to bet on the game? Go ahead, man. Get up out of here. He got caught betting on tons of games.
Crazy.
And he's the one that got banned for life.
Oh yeah. It's just I just don't get it. Like, what's the point? If I make my money, bro, like I'm not gonna do that,
dude. Like, how hard up? Like, it's got to be. It's a thing, some gambling is a sickness, guys. Maybe us regular people, we look at it like it's a couple dollars here. Let's see, and we all go through it, right? You listen. Hold on. Mothership. I'm not going to even say their name because as soon as you say their name, they're going to be looking at me. Mothership, platform that we use here. Don't look at me sideways. Gambling is a serious thing. And no matter how you look at it, it's a couple dollars here. We have all been caught up. You play a couple times, you lose. You play a couple more times, you hit. Then you're like, I don't really. It's only a couple dollars. I'll play again. It's a pattern. It's a sickness. No matter how you look at it, even if you got control of it, it gets you. But then there's other people that it really does get. I mean, look at Pete Rose. Look at all these people that they don't. Look at Michael Jordan, one of the best players in the world, loved gambling. And some might say some other stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but pops. You know what I'm saying? Old school heads know that these young whippersnappers don't know anything. What happened to Michael Jordan?
How did that? I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. So anyway, stuff. So just some of these guys just do it. I don't know. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Anyway, shout out to Joey Rip 'em Up Sports in the building. What up, Joey? Kevin Middleton's here. What up, Kevin? Good to see you, man. Said add Ben Simmons, Brogdan, and Shamet, trade Kolek, and whoever on back end because they're not going to play for the next 2 years anyway. Okay. All right. Well, listen, we can only get one of these guys. And I think the Knicks have moved on from Ben Simmons. And so right now, from the last thing I heard, it's Brogdan and Shamet was the two people they were looking at right now.
I feel like if we're going to do that, bro, just take Shamet. Because like I said, dude, Brogdan ain't going to
play. I know I'm out here really feel like I'm really vying for Simmons, but I'm not. I don't none of those three guys I really want. Marcus Smart, Simmons. I don't want none of them really. Brogdan. Nah, man. I think we got enough guys right here with these young guys that are in between 24 and 27 that we could get right here. that we already got on the team that can make an impact, because the guy that coming in here for this 11th, 12th, 13th man is not going to play no basketball. And I mean, you may get sometime now if the starting unit is doing what they did last year and they're scoring, they did last year around 90 something points a game. And then there's now with the second unit coming here and scoring 30 points a game. Now you're talking about the third screen unit is going to get some time in the fourth quarter in a lot of games if we're playing like that. I really think that this team is going offensive hard, defensive in spurts like they did last year. Last year they played defense in spurts really good, and I mean I don't think they're going to be so much in the hold of defense, because they have a lot of players that have a lot of offensive attributes that they can build off of.
Right. No, I mean, yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I just see there's a lot of people that are big, lengthy, and can play defense on the bench now. Even like beyond Jordan Clarkson, just I would even say on the rookie lineup, because everyone at this point can agree, okay, Mohamed Diawara, they picked something good there, can do something. Now people can see like, there's actually a pretty solid amount of depth and defense depth. So Akordi, Diawara, McCullough, Dadier, those are all solid defenders.
Yeah, Pacome. Don't forget Pacome. He like 6'11", 6'8" too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one vying for that position. Right? Last year we had no small forwards in the second unit. This year we got like 4.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
There really was no depth.
We got a couple of 6, 7 guys that we really can fill in. It got if something go down or something like that, we got some guys that we can plug and play now. You know what I mean? That can really help us, hold the team over and stuff like that.
And I keep stressing this: the options. Some days a certain player might not have it going. You might just need to try to match up, and now you have a lot of skilled, different big 6'8" guys you could throw at someone and incorporate into the lineup. That's something to deal with for another team. That's hard.
I think you bring up a good point, Rex. I think that's a big thing that Brown is going to bring to the team this year. When he see, like Ron said earlier, all right, Josh Hart ain't doing that good today. All right, first half, let's bring Shamet in. Let me look down the thing. Let me go get hey, come here, Muhammad. You want to get in a couple minutes? Come get in here and get these 3-4 minutes until I have to see who else I'm going to put in after you. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of those things that I think he does different, because I say this, and I say this a lot. This team is a good team, man. We 51 games last year. We set 2 games away from the playoffs. Come on, man. This team with no bench all year. Now we got 2 guys with their averages is about 20-something points from those 2 guys. Now we're not even including Deuce McBride and Josh Hart into that lineup. You know what I mean? And maybe Hakapurdy with his rebounding. I like what Hakapurdy could bring to the team this year, especially if he comes off the bench and Mitch is starting. We got a good, we got something cooking. You know what I mean? And it all depends on who we bring. If we're gonna run with that Josh Hart. If we're going to run with Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, and Cat, if that's what the starting lineup is going to be, then so be it. You know what I mean? And then we got 5 guys to match up with it. If they're going to change that starting lineup, one of those guys are not going to be in that lineup. That's going to be Mitchell Robinson, in my opinion. Aside from Mitchell Robinson, all of those other 4 guys are going to be in the lineup. So whoever substitute for Mitchell Robinson is either going to have to give you a hell of offense or a hell of defense or a two-way player. So,
and I hate to say it too, but at that point, if they got Mitch coming off the bench, he might get shipped, bro. Because he showed some really good things in the playoffs this postseason, and we already know how it goes with Mitch.
Keep cooking, Sam. I'm just gonna grab a water real quick.
You good, huh? So you guys know how it is with Mitch with the health. They might try to sell high on him and package him. Like I said, I think probably the start of the summer, we still got 2 big extensions that haven't happened yet. So the Knicks must be waiting it out for Cat and Bridges to sign the extension, because neither one of those guys signed it, and they're both eligible right now. So
Mitch and
Mitch
Cat and Bridges.
If you think of it, also, Sam, let's be logical here, man. If we're talking about making a trade or something like that, Mitch is in that conversation.
He got to be.
Mitch is 100%. That $13 million is going to have to go with Bridges or OG to make the money work to whoever we go get. Let's be realistic about it.
Fritz Alcindor put it well. He said, "Do you think Mitch is worth $13 million?"
I mean, you could argue. It's just the thing about it for me. Like, if the guy's not healthy and he's
That
finally
that's
able
the
to get
that
shipped
that's
off, the Knicks have been teasing at it the past couple of seasons of okay, we might trade Mitch. Da da da. We're listening for offers. Like the guy's actually healthy and can be moved, so they might actually look into that. And then depending on how discussions go, because obviously Mikal's gonna want a bag. If they're not willing to meet his offer, he's probably getting packaged with Mitch. That's what I
yeah,
collectively
I
think.
don't
no
want him to be
question.
traded at this
No, I
point,
don't either.
but
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
but then
and
it
and,
is
and what
business.
and one of the big things that we have to worry about if that does happen is how we're going to refill the bench now. Now we're depleting everything. If we're talking about trading Mitchell Robinson and Mikal Bridges and Kolek and Deuce and all these other guys right now,
I
how
don't want
many
to hear
guys
none
are
of
going to
it.
give out to give? Right, I'm saying, but if they do, all right, let's say we go down the line and we do make a trade. I mean, Mitch is going. If we're not going to hold on to Mitch, or if they see that Mitch and Mikal is not going to be here next year, I mean, they're not. What they're going to do? You already see what the Knicks do. If you're not going to be here, we're going to trade you. I mean, I just don't want it to get into September, going into October, where we did the late move with Cat like we did last year to get the team on the thing and don't have no playing time and have to earn their minutes on the court.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I think it's worth monitoring. I don't want it to happen, but we got to be realistic that Mitch could get shipped off
Facts,
with one of those
I'm
guys
trading Bridges
available.
facts.
before I trade Mitch, personally.
Well, you know what's going to happen. This every year I feel like we're on the same situation. I feel like it's a see what the first 2 months of the season brings us, right? And it'll be a chance to see Mike Brown's going to have a chance to see how what type of offense he wants to institute, how he wants to use the guys, and if he runs into a situation where he is not able to get the pace that he wants because Cat is slow or Mitch is not moving up and down the court as fast as he'd like, and maybe he needs more of a young, athletic, slinky type big
Yeah.
to be able
Linky, good word for it.
so we don't know. But yeah, we'll see, and we'll see also, um, also how our defense looks. Because I think the one thing about this team, we're going to be able to score points. I don't question that. I think we'll be fine there. But it's just how much defense can we actually play? Do we have enough? Do we need to get something else? I think the other thing that the Knicks are looking at too is they've got a lot of young guys with potential that can possibly add to what we have if we need a little extra down the line sometimes. Because even Diawara is not known for his offense. We're looking at him and how he can move and travel up and down the court and handle the ball and pass. He's a defender. But
Yeah,
we haven't really
exactly.
got a chance to really see when he can get locked in on defense. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of question marks on this team, but there's moments like we've only seen flashes. We've seen Dadier make some really flashy defensive plays. McCullough, we know McCullough is a defender. We still haven't really got to see a lot of that. People
Yeah.
are saying, "Oh, McCullough's in the bad." It's summer league, and everybody's just moving around, trying to just understand the game speed and trying to get going. I think the Knicks might be in a little better. I mean, I'm optimistic, but I think the Knicks might be in a better spot than we think. And think they got some guys they can lean on if given a chance. If we want to do something a little
But
different. So we'll see.
It's not different, though. It's OKC-like.
No, it is. No, but I'm just saying we haven't had a chance to do
We
it.
don't. It's
We
different for
haven't
us,
seen it yet for us. Yeah,
For me, my thing is like, as I made the point of Baron Shireman, his first huge chunk of basketball was awful. He hit 1 3 and then suddenly 15 in a row out of nowhere. Like, I even came on here and I said, like, even as pro rookie, you could say I'm radical, radical pro rookie even. But I always said, like, they need time. I guarantee they're going to play bad. I guarantee they're going to come out there and have stinky games because they're rusty. They don't even know. Like, they just need to go and make these dumb mistakes. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, like, when you first start doing anything new, different, especially with new people, you make a lot of dumb mistakes right away. And then, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Then you play basketball. And I also wanted to make another point of, like, okay, so Kolek, I'm not defending the games, by the way. He played terrible, abysmal. But first the Pistons it was and the Celtics, right? Of the G League, right? So if we compare, let's say Jalen Brunson to the equivalent Pistons and Celtics team, everybody had at least 2, 3 terrible games versus these guys. You could go and look at turnovers and everything. So comparing them to the Celtics of their respective leagues or the Pistons, They struggled. You're going to tell me they had never struggled in either series? For sure they did. You know?
No, I agree. And I mean, you got to think too, like we were saying, like in Summer League, it's really, I mean, you're monitoring little things to see kind of glimpses of some of these top guys. But if we're being honest, bro, most of these guys that aren't going to make the roster, they're vying for a contract overseas. Like a lot of overseas scouts come to the games. Like
or
most of
some
these
G
guys
League
aren't even
team.
going to see a G League contract. Like they're going straight overseas. That's how they're getting their bag. So when we're looking at guys like, even for the Knicks, for example, this one guy that we had on the roster, Bay. Every time I watch him with the ball, he's not looking to pass. He is just literally trying to score.
Yeah.
Like some guys are really just trying to get it for themselves so they can get that contract.
Oh, I want to say also the coach sucks.
No, he's terrible. Getting
rid of Daisuke Yoshimoto as Summer League coach was a terrible move.
Yeah, no, he's terrible as well. I think because it's not Daisuke now. I don't know who that is.
It's Jordan Brink. It's the video review guy for Tibbs, which for me is like,
why is he still here?
This one of the reasons why I think everything started so short. You know what I mean? They didn't know who it was. I think Dice was brung back like right before the Summer League. Like we had already decided who we was gonna put in the Summer League, the coach. We were all talking about it. We didn't know who. We didn't have the coach. We didn't know Mike. We didn't know who's gonna be the backup. Who's gonna do all that stuff. We didn't know if Dice is gonna be the coach or the thing. And he probably was already halfway out. Mike Brown must have decided to bring him back, but he already had this guy to coach the Summer League. So we could have had, I mean, if we'd have had Dice, probably the Summer League might have been a little better because he would have had those guys to practice a little bit more so they could have been maybe a little bit more inclined. This team was put together in a week, 7-8 days, something like that. You know what I mean? So, and we were still towards the going into the Summer League, we were still adding guys on. We added Baba, and then we added on
dude. The thing that also I have to say it.
These late picks and stuff. So
the thing that drives me crazy. Okay, so Jaden Campbell is the guy on the Summer League roster that statistically, go down the player, he has the highest 3-point rate. He's like 50% from three. He's gotten 0 minutes.
That's how it goes, man.
He hasn't played 1 second.
He'll probably play today. He'll probably play today.
And then Boali Bales is like the second best, and he played 3 minutes in the last game, and that was it.
He'll probably play today too. The consolation game, the last game is usually they usually get those guys some burn.
Yeah.
And so like
shut down Kolek and they might not even play.
Right.
I think that Jordan Brink thought of it more as like, I have to play these guys X many minutes, and it's like if you really want to showcase them, you have to put like a unit together.
Right.
You know,
right.
like,
and you know the Knicks are terrible with this. The Knicks are, I mean, historically every year they're one of the last teams to put up their Summer League roster. So this is nothing new for me. This year is a little bit more discombobulated than other years, but
right.
You know what? I think that we as a whole kind of got spoiled because they actually showed out in the last Summer League, if I recall. Like,
we did. Listen,
we played really well.
Rex,
wasn't it like 4-1, right?
Yeah, we lost one game. I remember one game. That one game kicked us out of the playoff or that play-in,
whatever they call it. No blowouts.
Crazy. Listen, we all thought that. Remember, I said before.
Yeah, I have to say, Lucas Kuka is a bust. I guess I wanted to see.
Bro, I think it was Jay because Jay had started the train. He's like, I wanted him on the roster, and I didn't even see the guy play. And then the game I do watch, he has 3 points. I'm like, goodness. So you can't really put stock into it because the guy might not have got the ball. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. We'll see.
You're talking about Lucas Shuka?
Yeah, Mr. Scuba Diver.
No, but listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Luka's game, man. I put those highlights.
Yeah.
I was like, Luka.
He's a big guy that can really get it going, but overall, this is what the Summer League is. You know what I mean? He's not getting that look. But he's not one of the guys that are prime. Maybe he might sneak around and get the G League contract because they do have their own bank account. I mean, not bank account, their own payroll and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So he'll get picked up by somebody else because
maybe he might sneak into one of their payrolls or something like that. So
as much as we may like what we saw from Lucas Kuka in those highlights, he's 6'10", 6'9", 6'10", but. Yeah, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Diwara. No, you know what I mean. Like, hey, sorry, Lucas Kuka, but
you know who it's going to be similar to? Just like Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett, let him walk. Now look at this guy getting 40 mil.
No,
you could never told me Luke Cornett is getting 40 mil, bro.
Lucas,
right?
Makushkavili or whatever. Like,
Mamu. Hey, bro, come on, man. We got Luke Cornett getting 40 M's.
Wow.
Like, what?
That's crazy.
role player.
Hey, but listen, he balled out with. I mean, now we're gonna find out too. Now we're gonna see if Luke Cornett is a system player, right? Because now he left. Let's see if he puts up them same type of Boston.
The thing is, he ain't got to do much if he got Wemby on the team. He don't got to do much. He could just stand on the block.
Listen, I don't know if I told y'all this, but San Antonio is going to be one to watch. I did say it. San Antonio is going to be nice. They're going to be good.
I get he got a ring. It's just I just think it's funny when you look back at when he got, because didn't he get drafted second round, the Kristaps draft? I just think it's ironic, or the Mitch draft. It was one of them. I just think it's ironic how the guy, like, I think would he get like 2-3 points for us? Went to Boston, got a chip, and the man's made something out of his career. It's crazy how he's getting 40 M's.
That's another one to add to the list of they were on the Knicks, they were a bozo, and now
that's how it works, guys. There's always going to be times where we get players, one, that there's really just no lane for them, which, okay, that's not always the case, but it's been the case now because we actually been a good team. In the past, we never got to see this. We were always bad and just trying to get talent. We couldn't get it. But now we're at a point where we've got talent. And so some guys just never get a good look because there's guys ahead of them. Then the other thing is sometimes you get guys that take 2, 3, maybe even 4 years to make it in the league when they find their way. We've had that. We've seen that throughout. Look at Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby was never what he was with the Knicks. When he went away, then all of a sudden Marcus Camby is a monster. That's just how it works sometimes. It is what it is. It's very rare that we get somebody that we actually got that was good from day one and got even better, but he was good, like a David Lee. David Lee was good with the Knicks.
Consistent.
He went to Golden State, and then what the hell was David Lee? He became something else, but he was still good with the Knicks, though.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We gotta. I mean, I'm interested to see, like you guys are saying, with these young guys, because there's just so many that we have on the roster. I haven't seen it like this in quite some time, where there's actually like potential out of these guys.
There's a lot of talent there that could be used.
It could be. And if we were in any other situation, like, you know what? That's how the world works, guys, because that's how you're able to get this talent when you already got top heavy talent. These dudes, imagine if these were our young Knicks instead of the damn it, I'm sorry, Cle Anthony. I always do that. I don't want to go back and talk about him, blasphemy. But if we had McCullough and Dadier and Diawara and Dink Pate running around instead of some of the dudes we had running around 10 years ago, boy, I tell you. And it might even be longer than that. I say 10 years ago, but time flies, man.
Bro, I thought Cle Anthony early was going to be such a problem, bro. Like, I really had high hopes for that.
Oh, sorry. Too soon?
New Yorker too, right?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's that stuff. So you know what it is. Shout out to Mets Knicks fans. Let's go. Appreciate the generous super chat. He said, "Veteran point guard, not a bad move." No, it's not. If you can find the right person that works for the team, and I think that's what they're looking at. But there's always a contingency plan. We just don't know if it's going to work. The Knicks thought they had a contingency plan when they decided to actually include Dante DiVincenzo in the cat trade, and it didn't necessarily work out the way we wanted to. Imagine how different the year could have been had Shamet never dislocated his shoulder.
Facts. Or Precious. If those two guys would have started last year, I think we'd have been a little. I mean, in my opinion,
I agree.
Could have been different. So appreciate the super chat, Mets Knicks fans. That go, thank you, man, and shout out to Joey Rip 'em Up Sports. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, "What up, Ron? Keep your head up, man." Thank you once again for the well wishes. Appreciate you. I don't want to deal with no more bad news. Let's just chill. Can we get a break on the bad news and just live life and enjoy life? Because it's flimsy, man. It's flimsy. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, and shout out to. I also want to thank everybody. On YouTube and also on X and Facebook tuning in. We got over 175 people watching across all platforms. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. Shout out to my guy Noel Perez, Facebook, one of my day ones. Appreciate you. Shout out to Rich Cologne. Appreciate you, Rich. Good to see you on Facebook as well. Thank you to everybody. Please smash the like button. If you haven't already done so, we're on the road to 10K. So appreciate you guys for all the love and support, man. I can't tell you how much it means as we continue to move forward. So we'll see, man. Shout out to my guy Kareem Grant in the building. What up, Kareem? Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of SKF Army as well. He said, I'm glad we moved on from Simmons. Yeah, I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I was like looking at Simmons and I kind of was like, I could see how he could come in and be the X factor, man. He might be one who
unlock some guy.
feeling it, man. But I got to be realistic with it, man. The pressure, the mental aspect of it, him kind of getting back to being solid in the league, then the back issues, and the fact that even if he's healthy, the dude can't shoot. And like if Ben, even with being with the Clippers, because he was getting decent time with the Clippers here and there, if he was putting up higher numbers, like instead of 5 assists, 6 assists, and like 7, 6, 7, maybe even 8 rebounds. If he was putting up like 10, 11 rebounds, 7 or 8 assists, then you start to say, okay, well, that's different. That's like you can't really get that from people. But he didn't really, his game, even for what it is, didn't take it to the next level. You know what I mean? He just
I was pushing it too, and I think he was only getting about 12, 13 minutes a game.
Yeah, no, and I get it. Like that, you can't. I mean, those numbers are actually pretty good for that amount of time.
Yeah.
But then it makes me think, well, why couldn't he get more time? Why didn't the Clippers decide to bring him back? You don't got to pay him a lot of money.
Facts.
So I don't know, B. Sorry, Ben. I mean, listen. Watch tomorrow. Knicks signed Ben Simmons.
Yo, Ben Simmons do not have the juice anymore, bro.
Don't even say it like that, Ron. Don't even say it like that.
What happened here, folks?
I mean, out of the 3 guys that we're mentioning, that's my pick. If we talk about him, Brogdan, or oh my gosh, from Boston, Marcus Smart. If you're talking about any one of those 3, my opinion, I'm taking Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Because who out of those 3 guys, who's gonna start? That's the biggest guy with the most defense, point of attack defender. If he's on point, that defense, that switchable defense with him, OG, and Mikal would be lethal. You know what I mean? But that's only if he could be in the game.
Listen, I like
only in 2K.
I like what you're saying, though. I did see that there was a highlight that's running around X where he played a sequence where he switched on like 4 different guys and he looked pretty good doing it. But I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
His fall off has to be studied, though. It's like, bro, you should be running the league right now. You and Giannis should be running the league, and yet I just don't know what happened, bro. He like vanished.
It's tough. Hey, let me show y'all this real quick. I know we talked about it earlier. For those who may have missed it, listen, y'all. I know y'all don't feel, but listen, you gotta like the fire. Gotta like the fire in the pit of the belly. Yeah, let me blow it up one time for the one time.
Yep.
There it is. You definitely didn't like it. Had something to say about it too, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was a tough one.
Chest to chest.
That was a tough one. He let him know.
There it is.
Play right there. Hit the whole summer league.
Didn't like it. Had something to say about it too, right afterwards.
He was the plot side on the court for that.
That's the part of Marquette.
I got it twisted. What y'all think this is? Out of here, man. Guys,
that is my best play for him for the whole summer league, man. That play, I don't care about the scoring. That play right there, he got hit. He slid across he slid a little bit. He slid, but he kept watching him until he stopped sliding. Then he stood up. He kept watching him, and he kept watching him. He walked right up to him, and he walked right up to him, and he walked. I think
we haven't seen none of our guards been doing stuff like that, man.
I also want to make a point, like, man, these guys, they're not coming here to be superstars. They're going to do situational spot minutes, maybe try them out, one matchup, the second game of back-to-back, like, people have such high expectations for them, and it's not realistic to what they'll actually probably be doing. They're not, Huck 40's not here to score 20 points a game.
Facts.
It's just not realistic,
Also, I just want to say shout out to Tej, by the way. Tej is the one who put that up on X. Tej be grabbing some highlights. I appreciate you for that, Tej.
It's just frustrating because I feel like for these guys, the knives are out. They make one mistake, ship them out of here. They're bums. They're bozos. There's no grace. And, people understand that they're projects. And, I've had people show campaign more grace than our own homegrown internal talent. I really feel like that's the case.
I'm just saying, man, I don't know who the backup point guard is if Kolek's gone. I don't feel confident in Deuce's handles or facilitating. So
Deuce is not going to get 10 assists in a game, most likely.
Never.
I think. I mean, it's just me just throwing out there because I want to run with this 10-man rotation. I think they do it by committee in that second unit. I think Josh Hart is the point guard. I think
like
Josh Hart, Kolek. I mean, Josh Hart, Deuce, and they run like a triangle-ish offense when one person will get the ball and they'll be controlling and make the play. Deuce has enough to do that, and so does Clarkson. And Josh Hart can do that too. That's how he gets majority of his passes. And with these other two guys, the quicker that those guys in that second unit get some cohesion together, the better they're going to be. You know what I mean? Because that's where it's gonna lack. The starting unit this year should start off no flaws. You know what I mean? With Mitch, or if it's Mitch that they start, it shouldn't start off with no hitch. They should still be averaging around 80-something points a game. And that starting, the hitch is going to be the second unit to really that Yabusele, Hakapurdy, and Clarkson to get together with Deuce and Josh committee thingamajig.
I'm just saying, for me, you could say I'm being irrational, but Tyler Kolek played the most minutes of any rookie last season because, Hakapurdy got injured, and then when Deuce got injured, he actually had to play a lot. And we've seen him play elite, point guard basketball in the NBA for the Knicks team. So I'm like, yes, the Summer League was trash, but for a sizable chunk of the season, a little small part of it, the guy played one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the NBA? I'm like, for 6 to 8 minutes here and there? Is that unplayable? No. And the thing is, if you invest, let's say, in a Marcus Smart point guard or something, well, then there's another hole of the team you can't shore up. So you're putting resources. Okay, you trade away from him to get a Marcus Smart. Well, now there's something else. Now they're wing depth or maybe another backup set. There's always going to be something.
That's it. Where I want to go. Wing.
Do we still know too? I hate to cut you off, Rex. Do we still know if Trey Lyles is signed? Because that's still the interesting guy for me that we're not talking about.
I think he's still. Let me see the current free agents. I think he's still out there.
Just because of the Mike Brown familiarity, I think that would be a solid pickup. I'm not sure exactly where he would go in the rotation, but that's another guy who's a big that can shoot, rebound.
I like him too. And I just don't know where he's going to play, especially in that second unit. You know what I mean?
If we didn't get Yabu, he would come here.
Right. Yabu coming here is not going to not get his minutes. You know what I mean? The only person, in my opinion, that's going to get the lack minutes in the second unit, if somebody come over here, may be Hakapurdy. You know what I mean? I think that will slide in Yabu at the center position before they bring in another power forward to help him out, like you said, like a Lyles or what's the other guy from Houston? Oh my God, I just had this guy's name with my paper. Boucher, like another guy like a Boucher.
Oh,
you bring Boucher. He's still out there. So if you want to slide Yabusele over to the center and bring Boucher in as a power forward, now you can still work with Josh Hart and Deuce and Clarkson,
Bro, watch Boucher go to Golden State or something. I feel like he'll go to a team where he can shoot the ball. Same thing with Lyles. They might go to a team where they can get the ball, get touches, wide open shots.
Trey Lyles is still available, Sam.
Yeah, he's still interesting. He might want too much though, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, and he's a small forward. Isn't he 6'7"-ish?
Nah, he's taller. He's 6'9".
Oh, 6'9". Okay, power forward.
Yeah,
okay,
let's get it. 6'9".
Let's get. I thought he was 6'7", 6'7". Okay.
And the other thing too is who was it? Yeah, I saw it the other day. Like, there's still people out there, and I don't know if it's because they have to wait because they're trying to tie up loose ends and make sure they got everything good. Because you got to be real finicky with your moves for this cap situation, the second apron and stuff like that. So there's even though it looks like so my thing too is guys may look like they're available, but they're not. Right? The teams just can't really. They don't want to sign them yet until they got this other stuff in order. Because if you sign this guy now you handicap yourself. You put yourself in a situation where you can't do your other business. So, like for example, Al Horford is still available. Yeah, technically he hasn't been signed by anybody, but I think he's going somewhere. But
I want to know where I think he's going because they're really heating it up here. I'm back home for the summer. The Hawks want him back, which is crazy because you could have never told me Al Horford will come back here. I mean, he kind of left a little bit bittersweet. Not him per se, but his dad had some comments about the city. So people kind of booed him. And then obviously him going to the Celtics, a rival of the Hawks. I mean, but I could see Horford because Golden State had the opportunity to offer him and it still nothing came from it. I could see Al Horford going back to Atlanta, to be honest.
Right. And Boucher made $11 million last season. Wow. The other thing too, this is this is nothing new, guys. We all do this, and this is fair. I mean, we don't follow them. But yeah, I was big on Boucher too. I'm like, I've been saying Boucher for a couple years now because I like this game and I thought he could help the Knicks. But then I start read some Toronto stuff, and apparently they don't love Boucher. Like Boucher is very up and down, very streaky. Very streaky. So just saying, some guys look good when we see them, but then the guys who see them every day.
Like you were saying, somebody said in the chat, we made Mamu look elite. We gave him his contract. For the reason he's in Toronto. Yeah. Let that man. I mean, you thought he was prime MJ against us.
That's a fact. Shout out to people in the chat. Nick Yak is in the building. Salute Nick Yak. Salute Jarvis LaFleur. What up, Jarvis? Shout out to Chop Low. What up, Chop? AP in the building. What's going on? And once again, my apologies. I'm glad that you're back. And I did not know. So once again, guys, and this is not just for me, but any content creator. If you're on a show and you're used to being in the chat and all of a sudden you notice that you're not in the chat and your messages don't pop up and you're like, I think I might be banned. First thing you do is let the content creator, the host know, but don't think that they banned you. Understand that there is moderators that have permission to do certain things unbeknownst to the host, because I don't know. I'm running a show. There's a bunch of people in the chat. I don't know who's not there. You know what I mean? Like, just bear with me. I'm sorry, Sherwin. You never should have been hidden or banned or blocked or whatever the hell. So I apologize, bro. I'm glad that you said something and I was able to take you off of that, because that definitely never should have happened. Once again, my apologies. All right. So that being said, oh wait, what is this? Oh, did I have something else? Yeah, I did. Let's get it. Let me blow that up. I just, is he athletic? No. Is he an above the rim player? No, he's a below the rim player. But I still don't want to say that the dude doesn't have talent and can't do some things in his league.
Everywhere he's gone, he has won. True.
Hold on. Let's rewind that.
Cleveland.
Okay. Spin move
True. And
it's a very nice play right there.
Cleveland.
Hey,
everywhere he's gone, he has won.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what else we got. Hold on. Shout out to my guy Tej with all the highlights. Appreciate you, Tej. Not for nothing.
Bro, that poster was crazy on.
Yeah, that's I'll show it. Okay, hold on. The Anton Watson thing was nice. Ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
Knicks down by 4, 3.5 to play. Knicks down by 4, 3.5 to play.
I thought they was gonna win the game after that. Hold on.
You thought that was gonna spur them?
I thought that was gonna give him that energy. I thought so.
It was Dink Pate in the fourth quarter over Beauchamp. I think we win this game.
Bro, Dink Pate was shooting the ball. They said he couldn't shoot. He was hitting them.
Yeah, with his weird ass form and everything.
And so, I didn't watch this game. I was at work. Once again, that's 2 Summer League games I missed because of work. I only could watch the highlights. And some people were saying that Tyler Kolek shouldn't have had the ball down the stretch because he was making poor decisions. I don't know what he did. I didn't see it. But I do know
His was bad.
I know one thing. I'm looking at it right now. I know they're down 2 with 1:28. I know he's got the ball. This looked like a good decision by him in my case. I don't know.
In this fourth quarter. Kolek behind the pass.
Come on, bro.
I don't know what's wrong with that. That looked good to me.
Kolek behind the pass.
That was cold. Let's be real. That was cold.
Yeah, that's a good move.
But that's his range too. Is like anything in the mid range. It's pretty much money for Kolek. Floater, mid range jumper, like he's got that.
Let me and I just want.
You got a handle. You got some little bag of tricks.
I wanted to get to our guy over here one time for the one time because we talk about Diawara once again. Most of us have already seen this type of stuff, but if you guys haven't seen it and you missed summer league, this is the type of stuff that we're looking at. Diawara is number 51. Just watch this.
You got some. I don't care.
Isaiah Jackson just gets 7 for 21 years.
The other way, Shireman open. Look. And he's short.
Give me that rock.
Knicks right now, only 25. McCullough.
Look at the passes. Look at the. I'm not selfish. I see you.
Knicks have put in.
Look at his ball. Look at these passes. Okay, Diawara.
It's up to 11 points.
Back down. I see you, little.
That is such a big pickup, man. Oh my gosh! I know it's gonna be one of these moves right here. Just the move right here. Just right here. Watch it. Yo, stuck him. Stuck him and hit him with the J. Stuck him and hit him with the J.
All over the glass, he's made an impact.
We know what he looks like. We don't want to say it, but we know what he looks like.
I know. Everybody sees it.
That pass is crazy, bro. The whip, how he whip it. Come on, bro.
Like, I'm not even glazing on, but they run the same. Like, he even runs like him.
Pass running up the court like that.
This might be my favorite pass right here.
69 to
60. Ooh, watch it.
Yeah.
He didn't take the shot, but that was a nice pass, man. Seen him right there in the corner.
Standout start. 7 points for Shireman.
Handle.
We saw him going from the 3-point line, getting out of transition. Now we see him with a back cut. Shireman showing us.
He juked him at 6'10".
Let's get it. Let's get that handle more defined. Let's who we got on. Let's go. Who we got on the bench?
Nah, he's going to G League. I want him to develop all year in the G League personally, unless they can call him up because I don't want him to just sit there and ride.
I'm my group thing here. My apologies,
bro. 6 to 8 minutes.
Yeah,
I think you'll be fine.
There we go.
If they can give him that Rex, I want to see it. If not, I want him in G League playing all games.
Here, I'm going to say it again. Just optional as a situational thing. Sprinkle him in here and there. There will be opportunities throughout the regular season. Back-to-backs, blowouts. Oh, the starters is just off today. Options.
Yeah, he looks like
teams that contended against us did it and won.
He looks like he got a little something, y'all.
He looks like he could do it zero. Zero now it's getting a little ridiculous.
We'll see, man. That like the Knicks need to not be one dimensional, not continue to stay trapped in this with the Tibbs guys or whatever. Now we got to open it up. We got to be a little bit more athletic. We got to have some players on this team that can do some other things. You know what I mean? That's what's going to allow us to compete against the Hawks, the Spurs, the OKCs, the Indianas, the Orlandos. These teams are all getting, they're young and lengthy and athletic. We got to be able to hang with them.
And I was talking to I was out last night after the Braves game talking with a couple of Pistons fans, and they're actually worried because they've lost shooting. I don't know if you guys have seen, but no Beasley. He's pretty much out the league right now. Hardaway signed with Denver. I mean, they replaced those guys with Duncan Robinson, but I mean, Duncan Robinson hasn't been good a couple seasons. So, I mean, like, those are teams that they're worried, and Isaiah Stewart, they've still got him on the roster. So, I mean, I think when you look at it, like, the Knicks have made solid moves, especially when you're trying to, like, bring shooting around the other guys on the roster. But like I said, we've got to really be concerned about these bigger teams with, shooting, like Orlando and the Hawks. That's who's concerning me more, honestly, than the Cleveland Cavaliers, just because that they can defend better.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, he looks a little like a lot of guys out there, Diawara does, but I think a lot of people think he looks a lot like Siakam. So we'll see. Shout out to my LQ in the building. What up, my brother? Appreciate you.
No more headbands. No more It was the headband all along for Tyler Kolek.
Oh, no. Yeah, not for Kolek. Not for Kolek. Yeah, no. I saw that once. Never again.
Appreciate you, my brother. Geraldine McIvers, the first lady, says, looks like we found a diamond in the rough with the 51st pick. Looks like it. Looks like it. I like the fact that we're looking at his offensive highlights because that's what the summer league is about and what he showed. And this dude is a defender. And we haven't really got to see what he can do on the defensive end yet. I'm loving that.
He's imagine me going out there and
you think I do something you haven't seen it yet. Oh.
7'4" standing reach, bro.
I was about to say his wingspan's crazy too.
Yeah, apparently he's got his wingspan is a little more than Giannis. Yeah, and a couple other players. That's very nice. Very nice.
Look, I'm just saying, he's in a great place to play because Yabu is like the older, more experienced French player. His homie Pacom is here. And you have a coach that's like willing to play some of these guys. So, like, again, I'm saying you throw him out there 6 to 8 minutes, 7 points, rebounds, assist, a block. Thank you. That helps the team immensely, you know?
I think like Sam said, I think he starts off a little bit more in the G League. But I think he comes back up by December-ish. After he get a couple of games under his belt and all that stuff, and maybe sit on the bench, they're going to put him on the roster. So you might as well play him down in the G League to get him ready. And the guy's 6'8".
The thing is, his skill set was like created in a lab to fit what the Knicks need right now.
That's what we need.
It's specifically what we need. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the size. You put him out there. You put Yabusele out there. You put Pacom out there. You know what I mean? You know, you want to throw a big guard lineup. I mean, a big young lineup out there. You know, and then let Kolek run amok with them. I mean, if you want to do that towards the middle of the games, after games, when we already, you know, I think this team is really going to be around 118 points this year, in my opinion. I think the way if they start off and the second unit gets in cahoots, we're going to be.
I'm just saying, bro. You have. I'm very optimistic, even though the summer league went bad because we went from having 0 wing depth to having like 2-month wings.
Yeah,
you know?
I said we had none. You know? We had no wings last year at all. And then we got
Pacom in his first year was injured, to now his second year. Diawara, even Dink Pate, Huck Porty's more experienced. McCullough's back. Like, there's a lot to be very optimistic about here. You know,
I mean, you guys see that
short, unathletic starting 5 to a tall, very lengthy, and like talented starting 5 that can shoot.
We see that that's the blueprint now. Like with these teams that are actually winning games, like you need that in abundance on your team to win. Like the small guard like you lineups, those don't get you that far, man. Eventually, it's gonna get boxed up, and you're gonna get eliminated.
Or there's bad matchups. It's normal to have bad matchups. You know, you don't know a good matchup against every player ever. You know, there's some matchups. A guy maybe he's not even that good, but just TJ McConnell, dudes can't guard him. Who knows why? I don't know the physics of it. Maybe it's because he's white. They say I don't know, but they say dudes can't guard white people.
He's different, man. I don't know.
It's also just
I don't like the guy because he's on the Pacers, but it's sad too because I told you guys before the draft, I'm a big Cam Jones guy, Marquette guy. Just got drafted by him. I think he'll have a solid career. Just hate that it got to the Pacers, man.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Shout out to Cody in the building. What up, Cody? Appreciate you. Good to see you as always.
Date playing.
Gosh, man.
Yeah. I like Dink too. We'll see. We'll see.
I think he was really good, honestly.
Shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, 2 things. So, you know, one, I've said this already. Now I could be wrong, but hey, I'm out there on a limb. I think shooting guard will be Deuce McBride. I know some of y'all are like, nah, he's too short, but I think the Knicks wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks use Deuce as the shooting guard because I know some of y'all are wondering if we bring in players where they're going to play and how's this. I say that part of the reason I know some people said that Jordan Clarkson could play the starting shooting guard, but think about it. And I'm not saying he couldn't, but why would you want him to, right? In the starting lineup, you know you got so many options, right? And whether or not they decide to do this 5-out thing again or they decide to be different, wouldn't you want Jordan Clarkson to have a good hand at being able to score and feel comfortable out there? He's coming from Utah in a situation where he's still one of the primary options. He comes here, you know, he's mixing it up with Brunson, with Cat, with McCall, with OG, comes off the bench. He can run the bench. He can get the majority of the touches. and have a little bit more spacing while some of the starters are resting. I just think that that's how they're going to look at it. I could be wrong, and I could see that them pointing to Deuce as, then I'm not saying Deuce is the perfect option to be the starting shooting guard. I'm just saying he's an experienced option and can play defense at the same time. Height wise, yes. Do you run into some issues? But that's why you don't do it against every opponent. You do it against the opponents that have similar height. You won't do it. You won't run them out there against a team that's has big, tall guards and stuff like that. That might not work. So I'm just saying, maybe a thought. The other thing too, because I am no journalist, but I still would like to have some type of journalistic integrity. I said some stuff earlier in reference to Terry Rozier, Scary Terry, and I looked at some stuff here and I see that I was a little off. So let me tell you exactly what it is, because we were bringing it up. The article says that ESPN uncovered new documents that shows a bettor put up $13,759 in. Oh wait, yeah, $13,759 in bets on 30 wagers. That's so it wasn't 30,000 people or whatever. It's not that. It was one bettor specifically put up $13,759 on 30 bets within 46 minutes.
That's disgusting.
On multiple sports books. So he knew exactly what was happening and did it every way he could think of. So that's kind of funky. I don't know.
If that's the case, like I say, it's always alleged until you're proved guilty of it.
Yeah, man. Why you got to get so greedy? Oh my God.
How could you
just throwing it up? Oh
it's
man.
Just nasty,
that had to be. Yeah, that's one of the. That's definitely. Somebody. That's Terry. That's Terry.
That's Terry.
Terry. That's one of the homies right there.
I hope I'm wrong, man. But if that's the case, bro, like, he's got to get the, the treatment as far as getting the boot.
That's wild, bro. I don't know.
They gave Porter the boot. They got to, precedent is already set. They're going to show you if you do that, you get caught, you're most likely getting banned or out the league.
I don't know, but would they do that for somebody like Porter was like a rookie player who wasn't, Scary Terry here is
it don't matter. They gotta hold true to the rule, because you gotta think about it. If they go down that's a slippery slope, because then you're allowing for guys who have star value or just NBA value.
Yeah, really?
Now bet. Like, okay, Terry's off. Let me go ahead and I'm a
that would definitely be a wake up call. That'll have like they do that. That'll have like guys like Beasley shaking in their boots.
Yeah, him and Beasley both might be going, man. Both of them might be going.
I don't know. I could see them. I could see them losing a season. I don't know if they ban them though.
The season hurts though.
See them take a season away.
The season hurts because that limits your value significantly. You might come back with making no money, essentially.
And that might be a way that teams could well, if you already have a contract, maybe teams can void the contract.
Because I don't think Detroit's got him on the roster right now. I think he's a free agent. I don't think he's
Beasley's a free agent, but Rozier's on a deal. He's still with Miami, so
which is crazy.
That could be wild. You talk about a mistake that ruined your life. Nah, ain't worth it. It's not worth it.
And it's more than that too. It ruins your reputation. Like, you get caught that, bro, like that your rep is gone as a player. And some points, even as a person, I hate to judge people, but like even as a person, you get caught doing that, that's not really a good thing, man.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying.
So the game is at 3, you're saying, for the Knicks today?
3:30.
3:30, okay.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do is we're at 2:00 now. I'm gonna open up the phone lines for like 30 minutes, have a little bit more talk, and then we get up out of here. Everybody got an hour. I know Shah's about to do his thing. He gotta leave soon.
Yeah.
So let me a matter of fact, Shah, if you want to take a break and get yourself ready for your show, any final words you want so you can get comfortable, eat something or whatever that you straight.
That's exactly what I just did if you wasn't watching, but thank you for letting me on, and thank you for these great intelligent guys on this panel for helping the show go as long as it did today. Salute to the family in the chat. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We come on about 2:30, so let's get it.
All right, man. Appreciate you. And once this is over, I'll be tuned in over there, have you in the background while I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
Come on over. Come on over to our place. Peace.
All right, my brother.
All right,
Appreciate you, bro. Okay, so let's do this because it's about that time. Y'all know what it is. Let me see. Where is it? Jeez. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if anybody would like to call in, now's the time. Turn the phone lines on. There we go. All right.
Okay. Ron, have you said what you thought about Dink Pate, like specifically, or not really?
Oh, you know what? I don't think
we haven't touched on it.
I don't know if I had a chance to really get into Dink. You know what? Here's the thing about him. Dink Pate, and no, he doesn't have the offensive prowess, of course, but as far as the way he moves, he kind of reminds me of Cam Reddish.
You're not the first person to say that.
Yeah, he gives me that. He gives me Cam Reddish vibes, and I'm not saying that's not a knock on him. I'm talking about the plus side of Cam Reddish, the way he moves out there on the court. Dink has that ability in him. I like the fact that Dink is a serviceable, like a workman type of player. Like he looks like to do whatever the team needs him to do in order to help the team. You want him to get rebounds, you want him to throw assists, whatever you need him to do, play some defense. Whatever you need Dink to do, he'll do it. And I like that about him. I also like the way he moves. He sees people on the court too. I like that. He's raw. Yes, he's still raw, but he can do a lot of different things. And I think that might translate well for him. Once again, I'm going to say this because this is how I got to look at things now that the Knicks are a championship contending type team. I don't know if it'll happen with the Knicks, but it's going to happen somewhere. He might make the Knicks team this year. Doesn't mean he'll be here long term. You know what I mean? But like he might not get his real break to really do something in the league until he goes somewhere else. Because listen, we got a good team, guys, and this team is going to be good for the next couple of years.
I think of it as long-term insurance. The guy's 19 and he's still very talented ball handler, PG type. So, even redundant of Kolek, like just a long-term, it's good.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not bad to have this because the Knicks have kind of moved away from having that level of talent, that athleticism. We've kind of moved away from that. Oh man, I think that was Randu calling. He probably didn't. He's waiting for me to put the thing up. Okay, Randu, I hear you. Okay. You can call again, Randu, if that was you. Could call on back, my brother. Once again, it's 347-305-7280. 347-305-7280. Appreciate you guys. No, I like him. I like his game, bro. I don't like it. The only thing I don't like about Dink Pate's game is his shot. I don't like his form. His form is a little.
It's a catapult. It's like
a catapult.
Yes, bro. It's terrible. He's flat
it's not cute. Oh,
catapult is wild.
Shout out to you, caller. You on live? SKF Know the Ledge. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Walter Blackman. I'm in. I'm a Newport News, Virginia.
Hey, Walter, what's going on, my brother? Good
what's
to hear
going
from
on?
you, man.
I'm sitting here watching your show, and I love your show. I just wanted to say that I would love for us is to go ahead and to sign back
Shamet. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yes, sir. Just please sign back Shamet, and then I'll be okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to while I'm off today, I'm gonna give you all a shout out, and I just saw the number on the screen.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, Walter. Listen, have you had a chance to watch any of the Summer League, or have you been kind of...
Okay, so other than that, gentlemen, I'm out.
Oh, okay, Walter.
Short and sweet, man.
Brother.
Respect. Plain landed.
Nice,
very short fight.
Walter's not a man of many words. He says
Shamet
what he got to say, and he's out.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Shamet
you,
back.
Walter.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you, my
all
guy.
right, buddy. Thank y'all very much.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you.
Pleasure, Walter.
I mean, we talked about it. I mean, I think he is coming back likely if those are the options we got remaining. We'll just have to see how it all plays out. We never know.
Yeah. Nick Yak wonders Shamet getting minutes over who? I mean, I get it. Listen, But listen, wouldn't you rather have somebody who has the ability to do something that you could use on the court and would be okay with not?
People, you have to have options,
and would be okay with possibly not getting minutes, because there's certain guys that don't want to come in. Ben Simmons wants minutes, right?
Adios.
Other people want money that we don't have to offer them. And the other thing too is, like, these guys have been around in the league. They've been in some situations where they've made more money, and to be comfortable with taking about $3 million. Oh, listen, not that it's nothing to sneeze at, but for some people, they might have made more money in their career. So it's
we see it all the time with guys on, and you can say it now, the Knicks are a championship contending roster where these guys take those discounts to be on that team and be in that locker room. So Sham has already been here. I could see him definitely signing back for not that much money. I mean, he's already made a significant amount of bread in his career. He's fine.
And Cody, no, Smart still hasn't got bought out yet. Shout out to you, caller. SKF Know the Ledge. You on live. Name and where you're calling from.
This is Randu, calling in from Jersey.
What up, Randu? What's happening, my brother?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging in there, man. What's on your mind, brother?
First thing, first I want to salute to Dorcasars Rex, Sam, and to the chat. The first thing I want to go into is about the two-way contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I believe that Diarra should get the rookie contract.
Right. Yep. Right. Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Because to me, right now, I think he has like the highest ceiling probably.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
I like his size, length. Now then, there are the 3 two-way contracts.
Right.
Which I think should go to Dink Pate.
Mm-hmm.
McCullough and
Najee, maybe.
Yeah, James Najee.
Yeah.
That's the third one. Yeah. Najee's the third one.
Yeah, I think a lot of people agree with you on that. I think a lot of people think that's the case. Like those should be the 3 two-way guys, and the second round exception should go to Diawara. It really, ideally, it would go to McCullough, but McCullough doesn't qualify for it, so it is what it is.
Yeah, because he played 4 games last year.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, which that's a stupid rule. Not for nothing. That's dumb, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the whole thing that the Knicks might need another ball handler? Well, what's your thoughts? Do you feel like the Knicks do need another ball handler, or do you think they need another defender, lengthy defender?
Really wouldn't mind both, but definitely could use a backup ball handler, backup point guard.
Okay.
But so far though, the way things is looking, like you were saying before, it might have to be by committee. Josh Hart playing some time at the point guard here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I even heard something that Jordan Clarkson might play time at the point guard too, because technically he is a point guard, but not really. He's not.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see about that. The Knicks, could we be going backwards? And I don't mean in a bad way. Like, remember when I don't even know how I'm mentioning this guy again. When we had Tisdale.
See, why you got to do that, man?
I know.
You got to do that. You don't have to do that, man.
He has trades everywhere.
But he wanted to have that flexibility that anybody could do anything on the court. Like he could switch positional flexibility, and this guy could bring the ball up, or this guy could bring the ball up. I mean, are we going back to similar ways? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't want to go back to no ways from what he's doing.
No Fizdale practices at all, please.
And the fact that he's still in the league, bro, like how, bro? How
Well,
is he still on somebody's bench?
Listen, he's a very good assistant coach. I don't know about a head coach, but assistant, here's the ideas. This is the plays. We draw this up. Yeah, go execute, guys. I don't know.
Like, we want to talk about the lows of the lows. That's up there, man.
So Geraldine says, interesting, Ron in the panel question, we barely beat Detroit. Would we have beaten the Celtics if T didn't get hurt?
We're up 3-1.
Yeah, no, I would say yeah, because we were up 3-1 with about 3 minutes and 20-something seconds left to go, and that's when Tatum got hurt. So, and we looked like we were going to win that game because we were up somewhere between 11 and 14 points. I can't remember, but it was something like that. We had a pretty good lead, and I do not think that we were going to give up that lead with those 3 minutes left, even if Tatum was out there, because we learned from getting pretty no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
It's matchups too. Like that's why the Detroit game. I mean, granted, we had some guys not playing that good, but it's matchups matter in the playoffs, man. Like Detroit was playing out of their mind. Like I don't. We got to give them credit where credit's due. Like that was a pretty good team, a pretty good series from Detroit. I'm not.
Bro, they had us sweating. Let's be honest.
No, they definitely did. And the bottom line is, Boston probably. They were too caught up in that one-dimensional style of offense and really needed to get away from that, which might be an indictment on their coach. He made some mistakes because really, if Boston would have just changed up that mentality of bombing away threes early in those games, they probably would have got us up out of here.
That's the problem. That's the problem, though. That was their identity, Unc. Their identity is let's shoot 83s a game, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hey, it is what it. I mean, listen, if they would have changed up that style of play, we never would have been able to come back in the first 2 games. We were down 20, y'all. It's not that easy to do that, and then to do it 2 games in a row. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's their problem. You learn from it. We'll thank you later.
So I'm looking. We haven't signed any 2 ways yet. There's none signed.
No, not
all spots are open.
Not officially. Yeah, the spots are open, but
really, they're not going to sign any till after. Now, maybe starting this week. Yeah, they're going to do it because the last summer league game is the day.
Right.
So this week it'll definitely happen.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that, like I said, I think a lot of us are in agreement that that's probably the way it's going to go with what the signings look like. So, and I'm not mad at that. I think that works well. So I guess I'll do this. Well, and I got to wait. So I'll probably have to do it. I could do it Monday. Maybe I'll put together the whatever the roster and the depth chart is if they make the decisions by then, but I probably have to wait. So it might have to wait until next Monday or something. I don't want to say Saturday because I'm on vacation this week, and I know this might sound crazy, but there may not be a Know the Ledge next Saturday. I know. Calm down, everybody. It's okay. I know. Calm down. But
everybody deserves vacay, man.
I might actually have to miss one. So we'll see. Huck is signed, but Huck got a regular deal.
He's already paid. Yeah, already paid.
I know Kevin. I don't think Kevin signed, bro. I looked it up and tried to see if he got his deal. He's still in limbo. He doesn't have an official deal yet. Maybe they were talking about an offer that they were going to offer him, but I looked to see who's actually signed, and McCullough didn't have one. We talked about Kolek. And
like McCullough's trying to get his roster spot this summer. That was the whole thing. Like he didn't get extended yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me see. I don't know. I mean, yeah, because that's the thing. We don't have anybody. Yeah, there's no one got. Yeah,
I didn't see any. I saw all the
nobody
spots
got signed. Not yet. Okay, so yeah, no, it's still up in the air, but it just hasn't been made official yet. And like to what Randu's saying, probably won't happen until after these last summer league game is over today, and then they can officially decide what they're going to do. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're running a business, you want to see, because anything can happen. Somebody might come out today and drop 40. They won't, but it could happen and shock you. Maybe Lucas Skuka gets 10 threes today. Probably
maybe
not.
Dink Pate breaks the record today. Who knows?
Yeah, well, he's already in for a two-way.
Skuka, I hope like they could, if nobody else like signs him, whatever. I hope they could put him sign him up to the G League team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we hope it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice if he goes to the G League team, because I want him to kind of remain in the organization for now, because you never know what could happen. But who knows, man? Who knows?
Because I mean, he hasn't shown a lot, but there's something about him.
True. Kolek, Crim's dad is really out on Kolek, man. He's really out on Kolek. Hey, but you also out on somebody else too, bro. And all he's been doing is smacking the ball around. I know you miss Soto. You don't got to say it. You should probably not even think about Juan Soto. That's okay, buddy. Let him do what he does. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Now you doubling down on that. That's messed up, huh?
Listen, man. Hey, Juan Soto is what Juan Soto is.
I double down on it though. My Braves put that belt to him last night. The Yankees got Braves had to come in.
Juan Soto hit a home run at least. I mean, he's still doing what he does. And I don't know about the rest of the team. Juan So-so. Nah.
At the start of the season, it was looking like that.
Yeah, but he's batting .360 over the last 30 some odd games with 15 home runs. Come on, let's go.
You paid him $1 billion.
Yes, sir. Okay, all right, I'm done. Sorry. Just got to get some Met love out there. I had to. G Robinson, shout out to you, says, what quality does Deuce have to consider him a point guard? I don't know. Well, before we continue, Randu, was there anything else you wanted to say? I didn't want to keep you on the line.
No, that'll be it. That's it.
All right, my brother, you getting ready to watch this last summer league game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes, man. Who are we playing?
Washington Wizards.
Washington. They got some young guys on there.
Yeah, it should be a decent game. Whatever. It should be interesting to watch. Oh man, the David Wright documentary is pretty dope. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks good. Anyway, okay. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you, Randall. Thanks for the call as always, my brother, man. Hopefully the Knicks, do something today. Look a little good on the way out. That's our last basketball until late September. So, let's enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a great rest of your day, brother.
All right. Y'all too.
All right, bro.
All right, later.
Jarvis LaFleur says, Sam, talk to them about our Braves. Sorry, Ron.
Nah, I can't, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We're having a poopy doo-doo year, so I can't.
Well, some of your players that I'm used to being good having like subpar seasons, like the second baseman.
Don't start, please. I'm trying to have a good day.
My bad. Too soon?
They're getting the Falcons treatment from me, man. We don't speak on them anymore.
Oh wow!
So they show me. It's bad when we're the worst team in the division. Like the Marlins passed us up. Like we're Nationals and the Marlins basically better than us this year.
I hear that. I know you don't believe that, Crim's dad. Juan Soto is the best pure hitter in baseball. As far as the intangibles of on base percentage and stuff like that, I do think that Judge is probably a better hitter because of that raw power and a good eye. But as far as just on base percentage and drawing walks and hitting with some power, I think Soto's the best at that. But Judge is probably the best pound for pound hitter with the power and all that. So y'all got one. Enjoy him.
He said, I didn't even see that until now. The Bobby Bonilla is crazy.
No. Although shout out to Bobby Bonilla and his day that happens every year. Shout out to my guy, Bobby Bo. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Listen, so I guess before we get out of here, expectations for today's game. I don't know. It's tough to say it because, like I said,
who's even playing? I don't even know.
Dude, we're not going to know who's playing because, like I said, this fifth and final game is such a crapshoot. You might get anybody out there. Uh-oh. New caller. Let's see who we got here. Caller, you on live? Oh no, that other call ended. Sorry, you on live? SKF, know the ledge. Your name and where you calling from?
Oh yes, New York City. Okay. Listen, the Knicks playing a last preseason game tonight.
In an hour.
In about an hour, 3:30 versus the Wizards.
Oh, good. And one other thing I got to say, man, I think the Knicks should sign Landry Shamet.
Okay, all right. You like Shamet? All right.
I like Shamet. The defense is good. I like his defense and I like his shooting. Thibodeau wasn't giving this guy no playing time. Now he's lighting it up now. To my bank, I think they should sign Landry Shamet.
I will say I think that the thing that does help Shamet too is that we all got to be honest. In the Indiana series, when they put Shamet and DeLon Wright in there, and Shamet was playing Halliburton, he was probably one of the few people that made Halliburton look a little uncomfortable. So that's good.
I'm funny. Those chanting his name at the garden.
Yeah,
Landry. Yeah, I didn't know why this guy was playing. He was sitting on the bench. Thibodeau didn't playing this guy, man. This guy could shoot. He could shoot. And if he gets playing time now under my brand, he's going to light it up. He's going to break up. But I think Landry, I've seen Marcus, what's his name? Smart?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good pickup too, yeah. But I like Landry Shamet. I like Landry. Landry should get a break.
I think Landry Shamet, I like the thing that Mike Brown also loves to use guards in certain ways. And I think he'll do that with Shamet and with Jordan Clarkson. I think we got to see how he uses them both. If Shamet comes back, should I say?
Good pickup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not opposed to that. Was there anything else on your mind?
No, but that's all I wanted to say. I just signed this guy, and I like the pickup. I like the signing, Clarkson.
No, that's good. I didn't catch your name.
Oren.
Oren. Hey, okay, nice. Appreciate you, Oren. Thank you, man. And thanks for being a first-time caller. Hopefully, you feel comfortable calling in the future, man. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I will. I'll definitely do it. 47305-7282. Yeah, I'll call again. Definitely call again, man.
All right, my brother. Thank you, man.
I'm hard next time, man.
Yeah, no doubt. And enjoy the game at 3:30. I don't know who's gonna play because this could be anybody, but they're gonna play.
Oh, they're gonna play. Okay, good, great, man. Yeah, I was wondering. I thought the Indiana game was the last game. I heard it say.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah. And, also. This game is an ESPN game, okay? So if you don't see it on ESPN 1, I don't know how many ESPNs you got, but it could be on ESPN 2.
If you got ESPN Plus, you'd be able to get all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you, man.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the call, man.
You're welcome. Enjoy the weekend. Okay,
you
bye-bye.
too. Appreciate it.
I was looking too, Unc. I can't even see the roster. That's how you know this is going to be whoever. They didn't even release the roster of who's playing.
Water boy, anybody who got a little talent is going to get their shot today.
Like we might go but that's the thing, bro. If I'm not watching any of these guys, I don't know how much I'm watching. If I don't see anybody,
Yeah, I know. But there's
throw us a bone here, guys.
There's got to be we got to see somebody. Maybe this is a day where Lucas Skuka gets 25 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. We might see Dink Pate break the record.
You never know. Like Dink Pate might maybe he comes out as a starter.
Dude might have a 20-point first quarter. Who knows?
Shout out to my guy Porto in the bit of Phil. What's up, my brother? Please, guys, go support and show some love to Mr. Knicks Nightcap himself on the Nick of Time channel. Salute to you, Phil. Hope you're doing well, my guy. I feel like I did. Did I not answer something? And I feel like I put something up and I forgot to answer it. It's my bad if I did.
I see HRM talking. David Jones is my guy too. I liked him coming out of Memphis. I'm a Memphis fan. David Jones Garcia for the Spurs. I just don't know. I don't think he really fits our role because I think we're in abundance of what he does on the court. I do think he's going to be a good player though moving forward. But he's average, I think, like 20 a game in
Oh
the
wow.
summer league. But yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing is like with a guy like that is playing pretty well. I mean, listen, every team got a 15-man roster. You know, there's no reason why the Spurs may not. You know, they might keep him. We don't know. But hey, you know, we'll see. Time will tell.
Dang, Trim's dad is on him, dude. He said 10 TOs for Kolek today.
Damn.
If it is gonna be 10, it's not his fault.
Oh, we got one more caller coming in. Maybe this will be the last one for the day. Caller, you on live with SKF Know the Ledge. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, what's up, Ron? It's your man Dripmore, the preferred barber of the Knicks Nation. What's good?
Dripmore in the building, the preferred barber of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go. What's up, Dripmore? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? I'm doing great, bro. How are you, bro?
Can't complain, man. Just trying to get through life, man. Every day is a new day, and I'm just happy to be here and happy to enjoy life still. You know?
No doubt, no doubt. Blessed for this new day.
Facts.
But these Knicks, woo, you're gonna drive us crazy.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. What's on your mind? What you think? What you thinking about?
Yeah, man. So that last contract, I need Mo up in there, man. I need Mo Diawara up in there. 6'8", 6'9", dude, long arms or what have you, to play defense. You know, if you see this guy get in trouble, OG, and we need, let's say we playing the Pacers and we got to guard Siakam, at least we could put a body like him on Siakam. And he probably could play some small ball center too as well. He gets that ball off the rebound, pushes it up with speed. I'm sure the coach is going to like that because he wants to play with pace. And yeah, I really like that guy, Diawara, because I think he's going to fit our coach's philosophy with pushing the pace and
like a glove.
Good playmaker as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like his vision. I like his vision, and to be able to move that way and find other guys, and we're not even talking about his own shot. I like that, but of course, at some point, he's going to have to keep the defense honest because they're not going to just let you drive and make moves if you ain't going to score and get some buckets. But I think that all will come, man. He's got a lot of ability that it's untapped. We haven't even. It's not even touching the surface yet.
Definitely. But he's not shy on the offensive end. I've seen when he's gotten stopped, and not necessarily stopped, like he's on his pivot and he's in the post, and he'll pull up for that 13-foot jumper, and he's hit it in the summer league. I've seen him do it, and or he'll just drive it down the lane with the 2-step with the Euro, and he'll get that layup off. So he's not shy about scoring, but he's not greedy on the offensive end when he's just trying to score and he's forcing it. He's definitely a playmaker first, rebounder, defender, then scorer. So I like him. He doesn't look like a rookie to me per se. He's just young, but he has high, I believe, basketball IQ, and he needs to be on the floor. He doesn't need to be. I mean, they're going to send him to the G League probably anyway, just because of the amount of people on our roster. But I believe his height and ability and his length is going to lend him to be on the floor more than what we probably think he is. He's going to be on the floor, bar injuries or what have you. So
right.
He offers too much.
We'll be surprised.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that he's just somebody we just can't afford to pass up. We got to have him so that we can see what we can what he can turn into.
Yeah, he's gonna turn into it. That was a great pick. I don't know. I just get a good energy by him when I see him play. He doesn't make oh my God mistakes. Like he doesn't make those mistakes where you're like, You know, we don't have that like Tyler Kolek feel about him. When he's
Yikes.
playing, like
Dang, bro, y'all is on my guy.
It's tough, man. It's a rough crowd.
Marquette gets no respect.
Tyler Kolek, fam. What's going on, fam? What happened?
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely get good energy from him, and I think we need to utilize him. I think we need to push him in the forefront. Don't go by his age, man. I think he has
Bro,
way
he's
more to offer
he's
versus
not a
what
rookie fresh out of college. He's played professional ball. It's not like that in Europe. He already was playing in a professional league.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see.
Exactly, D-Rack.
We'll see, man. Listen, Dripmore, hey, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. I thank you, as always, for always being a supporter of the show and always showing love. You've been, like, year one of the guys that's always been around, man. I thank you for everything you do, my brother.
No doubt, Ron. I'm always here. I mean, I'm in Florida, you know what I'm saying? I wish I was in NYC. I definitely link with you, but I don't know. Maybe if you come down to Florida to Orlando game, because I'm going to be honest with you, Ron, more than likely we're going to be playing those Magic boys in the
I
playoffs.
think so, man. I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. They as long as they healthy, they good.
I've been talking about it, Dripmore. I think them and the Hawks are scary to get a top seed this year.
Nah, I agree with that.
Exactly. That's where Diawara comes into play against those Hawks who are long. Matter of fact, Diawara could play defense on that on their power forward they got over there.
Jalen Johnson.
Down, so I forgot his name.
Jalen Johnson.
Atlanta. Yes, exactly. You need a Diawara on him, those type of players, and you need a Diawara on the Siakam. He does. If you look at every team that we're gonna have a problem with, the Magic with those guys over there too, with the 6'10" guys that they got, he fits those slots that we really need. Because if OG is guarding these guys, he's gonna pick up foul trouble. And if you have another OG right behind him, you got a good rotation right there, So
that's a lot to the team, bro.
And to add to your point too, I mean, we've seen it even in the postseason this past year. OG gets into foul trouble. I mean, if Bridges can't get on him, then who do we have? Josh Hart, who's undersized at the position. We had Josh Hart guarding guys. Granted, he's not a scrub on defense, but I mean, it would be nice to have a guy that matches up better.
Yeah. Josh Hart is not guarding no Siakam at all. But yeah, man, if we end up in the playoffs against the Magic, I gotta see you guys, man. We could make a Knicks link up. When I go to Orlando Magic games against the Knicks, I mean, there's a whole bunch of New Yorkers down here. Yeah, like my man, 2 cents said,
NYC
it's
South,
way
yeah.
cheaper to
I mean,
fly to
MSG
Orlando.
South, should I say? Yeah, that's a fact.
I might head that way because my Marquette, our alumni for the law school, is all in the legal department. Like they're all alumni from my law school, so I might find a way.
Definitely, yeah. Y'all gonna save way more money coming down here and seeing the game, and then the Orlando tickets. If you do, you got a few more chips. They got those deluxe seats where when you come to the game early, they take you back there with the players, bro. I was back there one time. I got these deluxe seats, and I was back there with the players eating like short ribs, and they got steaks back. It's a different life for those guys.
Wow.
And
nice.
yeah, Orlando lets you experience it. Yeah, they got different booths where they serve you desserts. You got girls with serving you your food. I'm just gonna leave it alone, but trust me, it's popping.
It's an experience. I hear you. I got you.
Man. Yo, Ron, man, it's good speaking to you. I'm glad I was able to call in. I got a little break from my barber thing, but I definitely appreciate you. And let's go Knicks, man. Let's get this chip, man. We gotta get over. I'm almost 50 years old, man. My beard is just as gray as yours, Ron. So we gotta get it done.
You gotta get it going, man.
I appreciate you, man. As always, Dripmore. Thank you for the call, my guy.
No doubt. Peace, Ron. Peace.
Laters, bro.
Later.
All right, let me shut this down so that way no other calls come through. I think that's about it. But once again, man, appreciate everybody. Thank you to everybody in the chat and everybody who's called in today. Obviously appreciate the panel. Yeah, Phil says I was a huge Kolek fan, but he definitely took a step back. I'm not doubting it. Like I said, I'm not doubting it. And I think, unfortunately, the one thing that I'm still going to say that he took a step back in, with also the fact that his teammates and this team is very underwhelming. But I'm also going to say that I think this time, what we got to see from Tyler Kolek is that he is very he's unathletic in comparison to other point guards. And he and then the other thing is today's NBA, he ain't jelly, you know what I mean? He ain't one of them jelly guards. And sometimes that's the level of point guard play these days. Guys who can do a little bit more with the ball, not just pass the ball and shoot, but also be able to get to the rims, have some style to the game, layup package, all that stuff. Things like we see from the new age point guard, the guys that we like San Antonio, the rookie of the year.
Stephon Castle?
Yeah, Stephon Castle. You can go get it. You know what I mean? It's a different style of play. Like, it looks different. You know what I mean? In a one-on-one situation, he'll break you down.
Was he like 16th pick?
Yeah.
Oh, Castle?
Yeah.
No, I think he went higher than that.
Oh, no. He was top 10.
5, low key. Yeah, top 10.
Yeah.
He went higher than that.
He was top 10. But, still rookie of the year. It's just the ability, like, Tyler Kolek is a throwback point guard, and he looks like an old school point guard. He's a 90.
You reminded me something. Sorry. So
guy.
I don't know if you know the YouTube channel Knicks Deli, like a deli, like a
Yeah. I've seen them on X.
So they have first of all, they're just underrated. They make good YouTube videos. But he made a video talking about comparing Tyler Kolek to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash's first few years in the NBA weren't good. Like, he had a lot of struggle periods and only got good later on. He definitely had time finding his footing, and he was, in 1996 NBA, small white guys, tough to find his footing in the NBA. He had to work hard, So, it takes time for some of these things. These guys, they shouldn't be expected to be a finished product. They just need to be competent for 10 to 15 minutes. Score a little, assist a little, and then the starter's job is a little easier. That's it.
It's just different. It's just different. Like, Kolek is just
who's organizing the bench unit? Who's if not him.
We have that problem that Kolek just isn't athletic, and he's not a defender. That's the biggest issue. I mean, if the guy could play a little bit of defense, man, it would be so good.
I'm not gonna lie.
His defense is really bad. It's not good.
And we gotta put into perspective. Steve Nash he was the lead at a couple things. If Kolek has that uptick, then hey. But I mean, Steve Nash he's an elite player. So.
Yeah, wasn't Steve Nash MVP of the league one time?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's no, I hear it. Hey, man, listen, I just want to thank everybody for all the love and support with the channel and the brand as usual. Thank you guys for tuning in as we get ready for this last summer league game in about 40 so minutes. Please, as you leave here, do go over to Knicks Real Talk and go show some love to my guys Shah and Divine, and show some love to them as they get you ready for the fifth and final summer league consolation game. But before we get out of here, just want to get some final words from my guys Rex and Sam. Rex.
Oh,
yeah. Final word. Yes, you, my guy. Yes, you.
Look, I honestly think that a lot of people is the show is always, know the ledge, don't jump off the ledge. You got the clip and everything, Ron. The guy had 2 stinker summer games. JB had an entire stinker summer league. We've seen Dyson Daniels, people that were not so good at what they're now elite at, or, were good but had, other lacking areas of their game, come into the league a year, 2, and really refine their game and become better. He is a bad defender. He needs to work on it, yes. But we also have seen the Knicks be one of the best defensive teams in the league or have strong defense with negative defensive players, i.e. Brunson on the court. Granted, it doesn't help. You want to have solid defense, but I'm also saying if you're looking at all the wings, the wing factory, the army of wings that we have now, Diawara, Daddy, all these guys, McCullough, wow, you can actually play some solid defense with this team here, and I think it's even more necessary because Yabu's not a good defender, Clarkson isn't, but you can start imagining some lineups, like imagine Yabusele, Diawara, Pacom Daddy, OG, McCall, all these different guys playing together. They can play a brand of basketball the Knicks haven't been able to play maybe ever. You might not even recognize the team, and I'm saying that in a good way because it's so many new – we have a new arsenal of weapons, a new coach, And I'm just very excited because even, let's say Tyler Kolek doesn't work out. Hopefully you have Dink Payne on the two-way. That's an upgrade there. I even think about just in practice. Dink Payne probably cooks people in practice. He's crafty. He's very hard to guard and know where he's going. It's very unpredictable, So I just see it as like the team as a whole got better. It got deeper. Interesting other things that are just on my mind, like Mike Brown spent a lot of time in Germany growing up. His dad was in the military. And, Huck Porty obviously is like, German citizen, right? He like speaks German fluently. You have the new French trio of Pacom Dadier, Gershon Yabusele, and now Mohamed Diawara, who's really catching a lot of fans' eyes, and people in the organization, I assume. I just feel very optimistic, even if the summer league games themselves are bad. And, like after JB's bad 2018 summer league, the Mavs didn't trade him, and they were getting rid of him now. You have to give some people a little bit of grace. Young men that's coming to the league the first time from a situation where they have less experience than every rookie they're playing against, probably by a factor of 2-1, 3-1. No, I'm not saying they played great every game, but what do people always say? The flash is little bits, this, that, and the rest is coaching and development. Every other team in the league has managed to figure this out other than the Knicks. And to me, there's things about it that I can never unknown to not have this point of view. Like OKC playing two rookies picked lower than Pacom Dadier, more minutes while winning the chip. So what's the excuse? They did it more than us and they won the championship. So I'm like, clearly there's some balance of this where it's possible. Maybe it's even good. So I'm just saying a little bit of grace for these guys. Not the knives out, the trade talk. They stumble on the court. Get them out of here. They're a bum. There's not one player on the Knicks team this year or last year who's not going to have a terrible game. Didn't have a terrible game last season and isn't this, I'm not defending the bad play, the areas of improvement we all know, but we also have to be realistic. These guys are here to facilitate the offense when Jalen Brunson sits down 5-10 minutes. Tyler Kolek, we've already seen him do it in the NBA at an elite level. He's in the real NBA with a bigger sample size. So I'm like, I understand it looks bad. What is really his job here?
Mm-hmm.
People tell me how Porty had bad games. He had 8 rebounds, 9 points, 2 assists, and 3 blocks. The team doesn't even average two blocks. He by himself averages more blocks than the whole team. The Knicks don't get many blocks. Or let's say, for example, Mitch. Why would you want to play Huck Porty over Mitch, even though Mitch is better? Let's say they start doing Hack-a-Mitch. Now you have another guy that he's a little bit better from the free throw line. He was 62% average in the NBL, but that's what I'm saying about options. Just because the guy's more experienced, better, makes more money, he's not the best player matchup against everybody ever at every opportune time. People have slumps, ups and downs. They're not machines. They're not going to give you their exact stat sheet every game. So you see where I'm going. Sorry, I'm flat, but you get my point.
I get it. No. Yeah. Listen. Hey, only time will tell, brother. Only time will tell. But it's not a bad problem to have. They've got some stuff that we got to see how it all plays out. But I think we're going to be okay. And nothing's perfect. Guys, actually, listen. If the Knicks want to win a championship, some guys got to step up. Bottom line is, guys got to improve on their game, and they got to do something. Every year, every team that wins a championship, you get contributions from unknown players, not unknown, from players that you not necessarily expect. There's the core guys that you're going to get from, and even those guys, maybe there's somebody who's a little bit out of the core or at the end of the core. They're like, and those guys step up, and when they step up to a certain level, that's what it takes. The guys that you expect to play well have to play well, but other guys need to step up too. So for the Knicks, we need some lightning in the bottle somewhere. We need somebody to really step up for us. And it could even be Mikal, for example. Mikal just has to go out there and play consistent. And Mikal has a consistent year of doing what we see him do at his best. The Knicks will be a problem for a lot of teams in this league. So we'll see. We'll see. Sam, final words, my brother?
As always, Unc, appreciate you for having me on the show. It was a great show today. Thank you guys in the chat for, keeping the topics going as well when we do get sidetracked. Appreciate everybody that was a panelist also, including myself that joined up. Blessed as always to be up here when I can. So this is one of those weekends where I finally could, show my face again. So trying to have some consistency here. Let's see what the Knicks do for this last game of the season. And as always, peace and blessings to the panel and the chat. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your weekend. Let's get it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Someone in the chat, I'm sorry, did I star it? Yeah. Did I? Yeah, I did. I think it was my 2 cents. Said, question, given it seems McCullough, Diawara, Najee, and Pate have the logical shots for the last spots, can anyone else impress enough tonight to get in the running, or is it done? Honestly, if Beauchamp plays again today and he has another 20-plus point day, I some people may not want to hear it, but I think he can take a spot away from Najee or Pate. I think he might be able to do that. But the thing is, I don't know if Beauchamp still qualifies for a two-way. So logistically, I don't know. There may not be an option. Like they might have to give Beauchamp the veterans minimum contract. And I'll be honest with you guys. I know some of y'all on the fence about Shamet. I'm taking Shamet over Beauchamp.
Yeah, I am too.
I would actually do that too.
I agree on that. If that's the options.
Yeah. So I don't know, but he's one that can make a conversation today. But other than that, I don't think anybody else can. If anybody else has a good game, 20-plus points at 30 that we haven't already named, that's not going to be enough for them to get a two-way from the Knicks. Yeah, I think these guys already pretty much have it sewn up. And they should, because they were a little bit more consistent in their play. And, and Dink Pate, even when he had games that he didn't really do much, he had some stuff that he added, like rebounds or whatever. He did whatever he could to help the team. So yeah, it goes a long way. It does, especially when you know that, he's not even had a lot of time to play with the team and get in the system. And, once guys start understanding what they really need to do out there and where their roles are, you see a lot better performances. So,
hey man, don't forget we got 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao fighting tonight. Y'all tune in.
Manny Pacquiao, yes, let's go, Manny Pacquiao. I cannot believe this man is fighting. All I hope is that he gets out of it okay. Nothing, because Manny Pacquiao is a good dude. I always respected him. He's a good dude, and I just hope he goes out there and doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think he might get knocked out. I hope not.
I don't want to see.
I hope not, but I think he's getting put to sleep.
Sheesh, this dude's like 1,000 out there. We don't need that, man. Oh, boy, I hope not. Well, anyway, once again, guys, thank you to Sherwin says the Knicks need Ben Simmons. Interesting. Okay, Sherwin, and you're a big defensive guy. I'm surprised that's your guy at this moment. Okay, well, we'll see. I don't know. Well, once again, I want to thank everybody. Oh, there he is, coming in late as usual. Wiz BKLA. I think Beauchamp is a sleeper and will surprise us if he plays. Well, I mean, if he plays, you're right. I think my only issue, and I think I've said it, I'm just trying to look at when you got all of these talented players on this team, I'm just looking for specialized options. Like, who can give us something that we don't have? Can Beauchamp do more than Kevin McCullough? I don't know. Can Beauchamp do more than Pacom Dadier? I can't say that. I know right now he's been a little hot. He had some good showings these last couple games. You can't tell me that's like he's going to bring something that Dadier or McCullough can't do. And Diawara is a different, because we know his movement is just different. So that's the only thing that hurts Beauchamp, and the fact that we know he's not really a great defender.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And that you expect better out of that, considering his intangibles, you'd expect him to be a better defender.
Oh yeah. And yes, you definitely can email me, Nick Nation. I'll put the email in the chat before I get out of here. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do it the right way. Knicks fans. I gotta give it a heading. So anyway, as I always say, man, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knick fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge, Mondays at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with myself, my brother John, and my brother Jose holding it down on the ones and twos. And at some point throughout the week, whatever week, state of the game, we'll be doing those when we can, whether we talk about the Mets, the Knicks, or the Giants. Stay tuned for that. So email, and there will not be a state of the game this week. I will be here Monday, but I may travel in the middle of the week, so I just won't be around. We'll see. Still Nick fans at gmail.com. Okay, so there's the email, and send me whatever you guys want to send me, articles, whatever it is, by all means. I'll take a look, and if there's something to discuss, I will definitely add that to the show, so you don't have to worry about that. Appreciate you guys once again. And so it's 2:55, got about 35 minutes before the next Summer League game. Get your beverages right, get your chips, your popcorn, your dips, whatever you got going, get a little pizza, whatever you want to get right before the game. And like I said, go over to Knicks Real Talk and show Sha and Divine some love, because they should be chopping it up right now. Thank you guys. Happy Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your day. And let's go Knicks, man. Let's see what happens, man. Hey, you know what I always say, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, no matter what, we are still Knicks fans. And be good, because if you can't be good, you might as well be good at it. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. Do that. Later, y'all. Peace.